York City, 6 a.m. An out-of-control satellite radio show is being broadcasted to millions of Americans. At controls, Greg Hughes, a father.
I am amazed it lasted this long.
Anthony Cumia, an alcoholic.
Holy mother of God.
And Jim Norton, a comedian.
There's no positives out of this thing, except for everybody's blood.
The three men make up the Opie and Anthony Show, a popular radio program known for its cringe style of entertainment and having very few limits.
Oh, my God. Okay, no, this is getting really intense now.
It starts funny and then gets very uncomfortable.
In the past, they have been accused of multiple FCC violations and have even gotten their show suspended from satellite radio.
You couldn't have picked a fucking more self-destructive show.
The crazier the better, yeah.
What are you, 19? I'm 19.
Delicious.
You made Springer uncomfortable. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Thank God this show's on radio.
Everything you are about to hear is real. Real people, real excitement.
And let's go fucking have a good time. What the fuck?
Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Funny. Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hello.
How's everyone this morning?
Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I actually got a good night's sleep. I went to bed at 11. I passed up Motorhead in concert to go to bed like a good boy.
Oh, you did?
Very hard to do.
That's a sign of getting old.
I know.
Oh, God.
I didn't want to, though. I wanted to go, but they didn't go on until 10:30, and I was like, you know what?
That's
I got
late,
Hannity tonight. I want to fucking...
Hannity tonight?
Yeah, but I don't want to be on, like, no sleep again and come in and fall asleep during the show. I can't do it. You're right.
Hannity, like the same Hannity I'm doing on the 17th?
Are you?
Yes.
You've been bumped.
No.
Yeah, I talked to them. They bumped you.
No, they didn't. Shut up. Stop.
They find your views too conservative.
I could join this discussion, too, because he's begging me to come back on. So I'm going to dip back into the stupid TV
You
world.
should jump in. Jump in with both feet.
I just told him, look, I don't want to do fucking politics. Can we pick a day when maybe there's some light and airy stuff?
Light and airy like Libya.
Yeah. When are you going to talk about hockey? I'll come on and show that I don't really know much about hockey.
I don't think he'd do much hockey.
No, I know.
Maybe a little.
I'll jump in.
You just goof on Muammar Gaddafi. And first of all, I didn't know the guy spoke English.
Muammar?
Yeah.
He does?
Did you hear him on that interview? He's saying his people love him.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was great.
I'm trying to figure out who's crazier, Charlie Sheen or
Gaddafi.
It's a close one.
Gaddafi's the Charlie Sheen of Libya. That's what it is.
They should switch places for a week.
They're in denial.
Yeah, Gaddafi could be doing the rounds on TV, and Charlie Sheen could try to run that country.
Yeah.
I think nothing would change.
No, people wouldn't even notice.
No.
Gaddafi's sitting in Charlie Sheen's backyard, pouring stars around, and then Charlie Sheen giving speeches on top of buildings, saying his people love him and throwing money out at him.
Well, that was Charlie Sheen's backyard. I thought it was your backyard.
Yeah, I was.
It looked very similar to your backyard. It looked very similar to some of the stuff you do when you throw the Ustream on.
I was looking at that interview that he did for TMZ.
Yeah. By the way, I got to say right off the bat, that guy that interviewed Charlie Sheen sucks.
Yeah?
He's one of Javi's guys.
Yeah, he was just, I think he was trying to just do the hang thing with him.
Yeah, but why don't they get Javi?
Harvey.
That guy sucks.
Harvey.
But they what? Just set up a Ustream and said, let's go? Let's have some fun?
Yeah, and then they just went at it. Started talking, babbling.
I think your backyard's nicer, by the way.
I think it's a little bigger.
Yeah.
And stuff, and a little, a little nicer. He does have that outside bar. And, it looked like a cooking area.
Like you're in the Bahamas?
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
Poolside?
Yeah, I got the bar in the house because, it's not, it's sometimes the weather.
Well, what's wrong with you? Let's get the bar going outside.
I got a nice big barbecue thing, though, which is built up, and I use it like a bar in the summer.
This is what I noticed. Your pool's nicer. The landscaping is nicer. You got a jacuzzi. Maybe he does somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
But you now need an outside bar. Don't let Charlie Sheen have a better backyard than you.
I know. I was watching that, just looking around, and I was thinking the same thing, like, wow, that kind of has a familiar feel to it.
Right down to the hungover girls on the sidewalk.
I know. Actually,
Sorry to the girls that are listening. But
well, no, it's true.
It's been well documented.
Actually, because we were watching it yesterday, and Melissa actually said, she goes, do you realize, and this is, she didn't even hear when we were talking about the fact that, I was making fun of Charlie Sheen and then realized, oh my God, wait a minute, he's kind of talking about the same shit I do. She goes, do you realize you're Charlie Sheen without coke, but with guns? So you're kind of crazier than he is? I'm like, well, slow down. I don't think I'm that nuts.
Yeah.
But it's, there's all kinds of shenanigans and hijinks.
By the way,
going on.
nobody thinks they're that nuts.
No.
Nobody thinks they're nuts.
Well, that's true. No one thinks they're nuts.
Right. That's true.
Do you think?
You answer a door, fucking dressed like John Wayne. You're a fucking a six-shooter. You're fucking crazy.
Well, you can't get to it at home if it's not on you.
You had a 50 cal on your kitchen table.
I was just
that a little kid was checking out. I saw that picture.
I had to look through the scope to see what the neighbors were doing.
Well, of course you have to. Jesus, if they only knew. If they only knew.
I don't load
what story's true and what story's not. You figure it out.
I have binoculars for that.
Yeah.
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 Actually, one of the neighbors knocked
on the door.
On my door yesterday, and this hasn't happened in like years.
What happened?
Years. And then I got a little like, well, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
Because he goes,
did you think it was the FBI?
No. I knew it was the next door neighbor.
Okay.
But I hadn't seen him in a while. And he goes, do any of your cameras point at my house?
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. But I told him, I go, because they don't, I go, no, I got a couple that move around, but the ones on his side of the house are pretty stationary, taking care of the whole side of my house that goes next to his house. And because that's what I thought he was getting at, like I thought he was going to say something like my wife doesn't like the idea that the cameras on. But then he said, he goes, last night somebody took the emblem off of my Mercedes and the Range Rover and stuff and just like ripped it off of the hood of his car. And he goes, he was wondering if I had any video of it. And I was like, no, I don't have anything pointed that out. And I was like, in this neighborhood? He goes, I know nothing ever happens here. And that, that is considered a home invasion in my neighborhood. So
are you getting excited?
Crime getting a little closer to the house.
It's getting a little closer.
A little closer to the house.
How excited are you?
Pretty excited.
That finger getting a little itchy?
A little itch. Oh, it's not getting itchy. So he was wondering that, and I couldn't help. I'm telling the truth. It doesn't face anyone's house. It's all on my property and shit.
All right. Well, Can we get Bree Olson on the phone? No one has talked to her yet, and she's one of the girls being held captive by Mr. Sheen there.
Yeah. How the hell is that?
Kind of a friend of the show. Friend of Jimmy's, certainly.
I don't know if I'll text her, but I don't know if she'll recognize my new number.
She was one of the girls on the sidewalk or whatever. I'm calling it a sidewalk, but out there in the backyard with Charlie Sheen.
In the yard, just there.
She was the one giving the peace sign with the sunglasses on.
Peace.
We know Bree a little bit.
Wait, in a picture or?
No, she was part of the TMZ interview.
TMZ.
She's one of the goddesses, Jimmy. You didn't know that?
He's got goddesses,
and one of them is someone Jimmy knows.
He flies on unicorns.
Back in the day,
to the center of the sun or something.
Well. Yeah, let me get the exact quote. Because know who should get credit is Jay Moore summed up the Charlie Sheen thing perfectly.
Jay Moore,
37 tweeted this yesterday. I respect any man that turns tin cans into gold, has goddesses, cures diseases with his mind, and rides unicorns into the center of the sun.
That's Charlie Sheen.
See, because you try to figure out what to do with this Charlie Sheen thing.
Yeah.
Jay just did it in one tweet.
And I noticed the end of every Jay tweet last night was like, I win. Winner.
Winning. Fucking Charlie Sheen.
Winning.
He got coffee yesterday, I think, from, I don't know, one of the goddesses, and he goes, winning. It's my favorite part.
Winning.
Right.
Like, fuck you. Look at me.
Winning.
What
an asshole.
He is an asshole, but I can't get enough of his attitude. And they got shrinks on shows diagnosing him from just his videos.
Right.
It's like
someone in the paper said he's absolutely crazy and needs to be institutionalized.
And he does have a weird, wacky look to him.
But then this person goes, but I've never, met him or anything like that. No, I told you this morning, I can't get enough of this because you rarely see a celebrity without his people protecting him. Yeah. This guy is out there pretty much by himself now, just saying shit. And usually, you know, you got your people that'll pull you back and go, dude, come on, you can't do this. And
Stan Rosenfeld quit?
Yeah, and the one main guy quit yesterday, so he is completely out there by himself, and that's why this is so fascinating.
And his family,
no filters whatsoever going on with Charlie Sheen right now.
Martin Sheen apparently was saying, you know, hey, this is the disease. This is what you're seeing is a man with a disease, and you know, there's nothing. We're trying, but like he won't even talk to him.
And to all the media that keeps saying supposedly he passed a drug test and all, I have no doubt Charlie Sheen is clean right now.
Right now.
But the thing is, at any moment, he's going to do a shitload of cocaine.
Yeah.
Do you know what he reminds me of? Do you ever not sleep for 3 days? He reminds me of how you are. Like, I believe that he's not doing coke at the moment. He might be just saying, I can't right now.
Right.
But he reminds me of a guy that hasn't slept in a few days and is just talking loopy.
Right. Oh, yeah. He's manic.
And
he brings that up too. Everyone's saying I'm manic. No, you are.
He just sounds a little loopy.
It's like when Jimmy comes in after the red eye fight.
That's how it feels. It's like you're watching a guy. It's like he's going. Everybody's thinking. I don't think he's crazy. It's like hard to argue with a guy who just. I don't want to do drugs, but it's hard to argue with a guy who just wants to get high and fuck porn chicks. That's a tough argument to make.
It really is.
And that's his argument.
You're so right.
That's his whole argument. Is hey. I'm doing what I do, and then people bring up the fact that aren't you afraid of dying? A lot of these stars that live this kind of lifestyle end up dead, and he's like, it's not the same for every person. I can handle it.
No, and he didn't say that.
Oh, what did he say?
He said, read the warning labels.
Read the warning labels. Scoreboard doesn't lie.
That's right.
Scoreboard doesn't lie.
Did he say that?
That's another one he's been saying. That's another one of his.
Why aren't you
ones.
talking in Charlie Sheen?
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
He said, read the warning labels.
I'm an
Don't be
F-18,
stupid.
bro.
You got to read the warning labels. That's why he's not going to OD.
Read the warning labels.
He doesn't mix shit. He knows exactly what he's doing because he reads the warning labels.
Dude, he reminds me of he says things that David Brent would say if he was doing drugs.
Yeah, he really does. Have we ever seen Charlie Sheen though, like before this, in any kind of interview?
Not like this.
Like, do we know how
close.
Was he kind of a little crazy in interviews?
Dude,
remember years ago he said 50,000 on prostitutes, and that became like holy shit.
Right.
Years ago Charlie Sheen was a little fucking nutty and more open than most of these guys are.
Well, yeah, nothing like this.
Right.
He was on Piers Morgan yesterday. What I'm noticing as the days go by, he looks healthier.
Yeah,
he really does.
Maybe he's sleeping
right now,
more.
he knows everyone's watching him, so he's really trying to stay clean for now. But like I said earlier, any second he's going to just do a shitload of something.
He cured himself. What are you, crazy?
Oh, that's right.
Where are you?
You're right.
Scoreboard
doesn't lie.
Scoreboard doesn't lie. He blinked his eyes.
Right.
And he's cured.
But what he said last night, he goes, look at me. I'm in great shape. I'm down to my high school weight. And I'm thinking, that's not because you're dieting and exercising.
It's no sleeping, like
and a lot of
having
partying.
done blow.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. He's a warlock.
My favorite line from the Piers Morgan interview, I tweeted. I gotta just find it really fast. It was a classic. Oh, I think we even have it. Piers Morgan goes, "You were taking a lot of cocaine." Charlie Sheen, well, I wasn't just taking it. I had to pay for it.
Yeah, he had to pay for it.
So, what do you want to do? We got
loving him.
We got a few just selective clips here.
Any of it I would love to hear.
Yeah.
And then we got the great song by Troy Kwan.
That was great yesterday. That really brings it home.
Nice.
We all liked it a lot, yeah.
Nice.
Do you think Charlie will come? Like, I'm kind of hoping, because everyone I know who knows him says he's a fucking great guy. Like, not one person I know has badmouthed him, even in private.
Yeah.
Do you think like he'll look back on this and go, yeah, well, I was coming off things and I was a little nutty. I'm hoping he looks back on this like a year and goes like, yeah, I was just being an ass.
I don't know how this ends. With everybody leaving him, it makes it tougher to get his shit together.
Oh, he was so good in Platoon.
Certainly was. And that 2.5 Men, I saw it a couple times.
Better than I thought it would be, though.
It's not. It's a little edgy.
Yeah.
Edgier than you would expect.
Yeah.
And that show is not going away.
That poor John Cryer.
No.
Why isn't he doing interviews and just being like, do you understand? what I had to do to get on a hit show.
I was dead in the water for 20 years.
Done.
No, I don't think he's at that point because I think this show comes back next year.
To huge ratings.
There's too much of a buzz, and I don't know if the ratings will stay, but certainly the first few episodes, everyone's going to check out to see what they did with the show.
I noticed, and I don't even know if this was going on, but I'm noticing now more so than I did. They're playing 2.5 Men on, like all the time now. Mm-hmm. If I run through the channel guide, it's on every one of those, kind of TBS.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
You don't go, it's like Seinfeld used to be. Mm-hmm. It's just on every channel 3 times in a row.
Seinfeld's not on as much?
Not as much as it used to be.
Fading out a little bit?
Yeah, they've backed off on it on a lot of channels. It's still there, obviously.
It's like MASH, kind of not quite every time. I guess because everybody's seen every one of them, they're figuring.
Yeah, they slow down a little bit.
Does anyone know how much Seinfeld makes a week for just being in syndication?
No idea.
Has that number ever been?
I'm sure it's out. I mean, because his number was legendary when he got syndicated.
This guy doesn't work, and he's getting who knows a week from that syndication of that show.
And he's out doing stand-up and fucking doing
whatever he wants.
3,000 or 1,800 seats. Just what a fucking dream life he has, man.
Just enjoying his life.
Yeah.
All right, we got some Charlie Sheen. So you got the. Oh, okay. Oh, good. We got this. Alex Jones went on The View yesterday. Alex Jones is a nutcase too.
He's his mouthpiece. I don't think even Charlie Sheen's probably like, oh God.
And of course he's
I'll talk to you, but geez, don't try to defend me.
Of course he's talking conspiracies.
Oh, why would
his whole life is one big conspiracy. This
a Kwan-spiracy.
Unbelievable.
Alex, why don't you just say the guy's falling apart? He's having a rough time.
This is what he said on The View yesterday.
Do you think there's something underlying here that people are missing as a friend?
I just think that he's somebody going through a hard time who got clean, and that's why I went out to California to help him. And I know that it's wrong for them to be prodding him, and demonizing him and trying to make him blow up. That's actually what I believe is going on here. They should all just shake hands, bury the hatchet, come together for the crew of 2.5 Men. I want try to support Charlie, but also Chuck Lorre, everybody else, but understand what happened.
Okay. Okay. So you're worried about him.
But Charlie's tired of being held up like the devil. We got the TSA putting their hand down people's pants. Infowars.com covers it all. We've got the banks bankrupt.
Oh, he made it about himself.
Alex.
He had to throw in the website.
The TSA. Stop with the TSA.
When their hands down everyone's pants.
What do you want?
It all. We've got the banks bankrupting the U.S.
Wait. Let's stick with Charlie because that's way too much.
Charlie is mad because he's held up his other problems. He didn't steal $23.7 trillion.
But we're just here to figure out what is happening with Charlie. That's what we're trying to figure out.
And he's doing interviews now, so he has a chance to speak for himself. And
but they're taken out of context.
Look, we're not comparing him to Gaddafi.
Oh, they've been comparing him to Gaddafi.
Look, I was just saying, I don't think I
Let's compare George Bush, $1 million Iraqis, to Gaddafi. Torture, secret arrest. America's turning into a police state.
Excuse me. I think we were here to talk
Demand an
about
apology, Senator.
Charlie says you have a right to kill him, but not to judge him, as Colonel Kurtz said.
Thank you. You are certainly a wonderful friend.
Jeez,
but it's like, Alex, what do you? It's like.
Well, he knows he's not going to have a shot like that ever again. Yeah. Why would he ever be on The View? He lucked out and had the first interview with Charlie Sheen. Yeah. So now it's make it about yourself and get your shit out there. Right?
That is using. That's using your friend. I mean, anyone would take we would all go on The View.
Yeah.
But when you're throwing out info, what are you doing, Alex?
Yeah, he's throwing out his website.
Stop shoehorning it into your.
Infowars.com.
His thing does seem very self-serving and very radio of people. Like this is the type of thing that if you're in radio, you dive for shit like this. It's like, oh my God. I have the exclusive story, or at least he did. He was like one of the first guys with all these wacky interviews. And you just kind of keep going. You just want it to keep going. And now that he's doing all these interviews on television.
All these interviews, we're going to have them booked by Thursday.
Yeah, right? I'm like, how come we
They're
can't
moving down the list quickly. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to have one.
We'll be the last one on the list.
Of course.
Oh,
we should.
That'd be great. Put out some feelers.
You know where I think Charlie's stupid? I tweeted that I think he's making an ass out of himself, but not because he's getting laid and blowing loads. Mm-hmm. It's like I think what he shouldn't be doing is blatantly attacking CBS because he was forcing their hand by doing that, and there's like so much money at stake. You know, it's like there's a way to handle that without just going, you know, Chuck Lorre. Like he's basically saying that the guy's made nothing but shit, and I've made it better. It's like you can't in front of everybody force the network's hand like that.
And CBS doesn't lose unless they talk, and they're not going to talk.
No, unless they say we wish him well.
Yeah, well, they're not going to talk, and they're not going to lose the money. This show will come back next year, you know, and they'll do okay. I don't know if it'll be up to where it is today, but
they'll milk it for one more year. Look at American Idol.
They'll easily get a year out of it, easily, maybe two. But that show was on its last leg anyway. They were wondering how many more years it had.
Really?
Who do you think replaced
Charlie's done 8.
The kid?
The kid, really,
Yeah.
and bring in a new kid. I don't even know anyone else on that show. I know John Cryer, but.
Do you think, though, imagine if this mess clears up and he's okay and he makes up with that? Because right now, he's still done nothing that's not forgivable. Like, all he's done is just shoot his mouth off. And if the show came back next year, it would be a fucking massive hit again.
Who's not watching, like, the first episode?
Yeah.
The news would be teasing it. Like, oh, Charlie Sheen's return to television. And you'd be like, oh, okay. And it would just be a show. He'd be acting. He really does seem like a guy that can pull it off. Like when you see him on that show, he's not rambling like a crazy man. He's doing his lines. He's hitting his marks.
True, but he was starting to look very weathered.
Oh yeah, you know
the change in the guy on the show, and that's with makeup and the proper lighting, and
you just
oh my God, he was looking.
I was
horrendous.
just attributing it to the fact that he's getting a little older.
Oh really?
In a week,
yeah, a week's time.
It's like time-lapse photography on Charlie.
Yes.
Got a text from somebody who I don't want to say his name, Roland, and he says John Stamos is rumored to be replacing Charlie Sheen. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
In
Okay.
one of the tirades he was going off on last night, and said he kind of badmouthed him.
Well,
Charlie Sheen said that? Roland's just quoting Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, Charlie Sheen was like, yeah, they were talking about bringing John Stamos. I was on. He goes, yeah, roll with that turd. He's like, turd.
Did he really say turd?
Turd.
He said turd last night?
I don't know.
Turd.
Keep track of all the Sheenisms.
Who would want to step into that position?
Yeah,
that's a tough one. I mean,
a little rough.
the money's going to be really good for whoever does the Charlie Sheen role, if that's the direction they take.
Yeah. What was that show that fucking oh God, John Ritter was on? Right.
Three's Company.
No. I actually answered no, seriously. Something about 8.
Rules for
dating my daughter. 8 rules for dating my daughter.
Yeah. And then didn't they recast him?
See, no one knows.
I think they recast him, and then News Radio, right?
After Hartman.
Didn't they recast Phil Hartman?
It's hard, though, when a guy gets shot or a heart attack, it's like, now you're like, what do we do immediately? But
yeah.
Charlie Sheen fucking...
You're kind of watching him go down the slide slowly.
Yes. Charlie's fiddling while Rome burns. Oh, they should have me on The View. I'll say important things.
We got Charlie tells Piers Morgan. Yeah, the Piers Morgan interview was the best one so far because I told Ant before the show, I think Piers basically sat Charlie down and said, enough with the Neuralisms and all that weird shit. Let's have an interview. Because at one point, Charlie said something and he stopped himself like, oh yeah, like, that's right, we talked about this.
I'm not supposed to be doing that.
I was suspicious because he was trying not to go with the unicorns and the goddesses and the winning as
F-18,
much.
bro.
Although he couldn't help himself a few times, but he backed off a little bit. And I think that was some advice that Piers gave him before, I think.
Yeah, let's do a real interview, mate.
Yeah,
people are laughing at you.
It seemed like
it
seemed like
probably what he would say.
Charlie tells Piers Morgan he didn't take... Oh, this is the quote I just read, but whatever. Here's how it went down on CNN last night. Or maybe not. Or maybe...
You take cocaine, right?
Well, I used to. Yeah. I got to be careful because there's like lawsuits and things going on and whatever.
No, until you stopped, you were taking a lot of cocaine.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not taking it. I had to pay for it, dude. I mean, come on. So,
taking it, I had to pay for it.
His voice seems really weathered, right?
Yeah, it's got a lot of rasp to it now.
But he said he's got the lungs of a guy that doesn't smoke, according to the doctor.
His throat is a little fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's from talking so much too.
And I don't know what to believe because last night he was name dropping. He said, Sean Penn stopped by and Mel Gibson called me and I saw him.
God.
And then he goes,
"You do, you fucking cunt."
Yeah. And I saw Sylvester Stallone in the gym and
Really?
he wants to do a movie. But you know, it's one of those things like, hey, let's do a movie together. But in Charlie's mind, it's like, oh, I'm going to do a movie now with Sylvester Stallone.
Him and Sean Penn are very close. I've heard it was him and Chris Penn and Emilio Estevez were supposedly very close, and then Charlie and Sean Penn were supposedly really good friends. Whatever, they had some weird bond. That's what I've heard.
Well, Michael Madsen yesterday was talking about the fact that Charlie Sheen was Chris Penn's funeral.
Oh.
So, yeah, and I was wondering where that came in. I was like, I don't remember them doing movies together, did they? I don't know.
No, but they were actually all four of those guys were really good friends.
Yeah.
They replaced John Ritter with David Spade. Is that true? Tim in Jersey saying that.
Oh, God.
Because you asked, Dan. So
wait,
let's go to
didn't
Tim.
they? Well, I thought they did that with like news radio.
Tim?
No, it's Ken.
All right.
Yeah, no, they actually replaced him with James Gardner and David Spade. Like, I guess James Gardner played a grandfather and David Spade played a nephew.
Ooh.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
Well, that's really changing the formula of a show.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, I guess
that's
it
why
worked
it got
well.
canceled pretty quick after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What show? 8 Rules?
The John Ritter show, right?
Yeah,
that's what he's saying. I don't know. Is that true?
Well, I mean, he wasn't replaced. I mean, the show was never really a hit in the first place.
No, it wasn't.
So, and after he died, I mean, they just had nothing.
Yeah, someone said it never cracked the top 10.
Yeah, no, nowhere close.
Ginny's pointing out that he called him James Gardner. Like he's the gardener. That is funny.
Charlie talks to TMZ. This was great yesterday. Talks to TMZ about his dad from his backyard. It's on TMZ.com if you want to check out the whole thing. I mean, they're making coffee, and then they're talking to some black guy, and then there's an Asian guy in the backyard. Then you got the goddesses.
The black guy had a Louisville Slugger in his hand too, or something.
And his name's Willie Mays Hayes or something. Who is that guy?
No, it's some
Willie Mays Hayes is the character from Major League.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the Wesley Snipes character.
It's
Willie Mays Hayes.
I'm sorry.
Wesley Snipes.
Thank you, Danny.
Will you get the blade haircut or the demolition man?
I was watching that animation recently. It's probably one of the funniest ones ever done.
Yeah.
With Patrice.
Absolutely.
We were in here all talking about the fact that Wesley Snipes was going to prison for tax evasion and what it would be like for Wesley to be in prison and all the dumb questions he would get. If you get a chance, fucking watch that again. Because Patrice is so fucking funny in that.
Man, what if the blade cut costs more? Or what, dude, the hair dye for the demolition man is more cigarettes.
The audio works. We should play it into break. How long is that?
Funny.
I don't
man.
think it's that long. It might be 3 or 4 minutes. It's definitely worth playing. I saw that recently too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so fucking funny, man.
Is he in jail now, Wesley, or did he actually go?
I think he finally.
Yeah,
they finally got him.
I think he's in jail.
He's in jail,
I believe.
Yeah.
Here's Charlie talking to TMZ about his dad.
What do you have to say to your dad? I mean, he was there at the hospital, but go ahead. Sure. I mean, I respect that. I respectfully allow him to maintain those beliefs and those opinions, and I don't support them. As I said, I think it's the gibberish of fools. And he doesn't live inside my brain. I'm the only one that does. And he's my dad and like that, and he's Captain Willard, and that's pretty bitchin'. You gotta listen to a little bit about what he, dude killed Brando, come on. So, yeah, no disrespect, but I'm 45 years old. At some point, accept and embrace that, with 5 kids.
He has 5 kids?
Yeah,
5 kids.
Supposedly he's got a daughter that's grown and then some small children.
He fucking really digs Apocalypse Now.
He
really loves that movie.
He acts around Apocalypse Now like I would if my dad did it.
Right, yeah. It's like, because when he's mentioned it, he loves it. He's picked it apart. He's like watched it a few times in his theater.
When you watch Platoon, your first thought is he's narrating that, and Martin narrated Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Martin narrated Apocalypse better, and Charlie will probably tell you that. But he's like, wow, he really did love the fact that his father was Captain Willard. That's great.
Yeah.
You have to, though.
Yeah.
Do you think he narrated it better? It was such a different type of. It was like Martin Sheen's character was just the guy that had been through the shit and seen everything over and over again. And Charlie Sheen's character was like the new fish who's in there.
Yeah.
So it was more of an innocence to Charlie Sheen's narration. And, it was a little more gruff with.
I still think Martin was better. I think Martin's narration is one of the best ever. Maybe Clockwork was as good or close to it.
That was really good.
Oh my God! You know, it's funny. I watched recently Apocalypse Now with my girlfriend. She hadn't seen it, but we got the director's cut. And it's one of the rare where the director's cut is terrible. It's like, I can't say terrible. Yeah. There's a couple of editions that are horrendous.
There's no reason for it to be in there.
You talking about the Redux version?
Yeah. I mean, he just did that to show you what he had shot.
But what was added?
There's a couple of scenes. It's like you realize the genius of editors. It made me mad. There's a scene where he encounters French soldiers.
The French, yeah.
And it was a statement about Vietnam. Again, it was 79, so I'm sure he would tell you it was terrible. It was like a half-hour scene. There's another scene where, you remember the Playboy Bunny? Where they're all where they're on the river, and they actually stop at this muddy campground to get a fuel or whatever, and they see that the Playboy Bunnies are there, and they show scenes with the guys on the boat fucking the Playboy Bunnies. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't in the movie. And when you realize, and remember Robert Duvall's character is in the movie a little longer this time, trying to get his surfboard back because they took it. But the edited version is the best version. Like, the director's cut is not the version.
Yeah, it's like there's no doubt.
It goes on much too long, because the movie even edited was a long movie, but it was good. But when you see what they cut out, you realize, oh, that's what an editor does.
There was one scene that I kind of thought was kind of cool, and that was when Brando, as Colonel Kurtz, was sitting there in the daylight with a bunch of kids around him, reading articles from Time magazine to Captain Willard. That was weird to see Brando in daylight in that movie. And he seemed smart there and aware of what was going on in the world. He wasn't crazy.
So they cut that fucker out, so he just looked like a nut the whole time.
Yeah, but the edited version, Redux or whatever, was... I mean, he did it just because people wanted to see it, but... Man, make sure you watch the edited version. It's better.
Charlie looking more and more like Marlon Brando's character in Apocalypse Now.
He really is starting to sound like that fucking kook.
A little bit.
Yeah. He's very Kurtzish in what he talks about.
Kidding.
Wow, that's like an extra 49 minutes of additional footage.
It seemed like longer.
It was? Yeah. That French thing was just like, all right.
I was so angry because she hadn't seen it. I'm like, this is not the movie.
No, and
why wouldn't you just go to the regular version?
I didn't realize I had it. I didn't know where it was. That was just the version I had in front of me.
Yeah.
I was looking for the regular version.
All right.
Just fast forward. Yeah, look, don't watch this part. Okay, here we go.
Just watch the original.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
That's the shit.
I'm not a big fan of the extras. Gotta tell you.
Do you like them on a DVD, though? Like, if you can just go and see them. Like, if you have a copy of the DVD, you see the film straight through, then you can just go look at the... That's kind of cool, but...
I like the director's cut of Aliens, the second Alien movie.
See,
Aliens.
I'm
and the first one, too.
I don't know that one either.
First one, too, is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, those I didn't mind. Them throwing in the extra scenes.
It's not fair, though, because these guys are trying all sorts of stuff on set. And then when they have a chance to put it all on a DVD, you know, for the true fans, they want to throw it in there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they knew it just wasn't great.
Well, the editor supposedly, like, I heard Tarantino's, like, an editor is like really a co-director.
Right.
And they're the ones who can tell the director, that's not good. You can't have that.
Right.
Because directors are married to it. They said editors a lot of times won't go on set. They won't meet the actors until after. They want to see it just as the audience sees it.
Right.
And then they can tell you what that's not helping the story. And they make some fucking tough decisions.
Yeah, because it's very hard for a director to look at something and go like, oh, yeah, I remember that day. This was a fucking, an all-day shoot to get this, and you're cutting it out?
They don't care. The editors don't give a fuck.
Don't care. Doesn't work for the movie. Meanwhile, the director's like, he just wants it in there because it might have taken so long that day, But it doesn't help the story at all.
Tarantino, the woman who died that Madsen referenced, she was supposedly... I mean, when you look at... She was so good, Tarantino's editor. And they would have screaming matches. I mean, that's what I've heard, is that they would... Because it was like he wanted to keep stuff, and she was like, it's got to go.
By the way, how cool was fucking Madsen on the show talking about, like, the scene with the ear?
Yeah.
And how he's looking at it. And you could see... Like, because he goes, he goes, when I watch it, I could see that I'm thinking... What do I do with his ear? And Quentin's just yelling, throw it. And then he thinks of talking into it. Hello? Can you hear me? And when you watch it now, you can definitely see his mind's going.
Right.
That was cool to like get a little. We were watching one of the most famous scenes from the movie,
and he broke it down
and getting a fucking commentary. It was great.
It was a great moment.
It really was.
That was one of those things. Like for me personally, I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
You're watching Reservoir Dogs with the guy, and he's telling you, and you're sitting right next to him, like that, and Chubby Checker. Playing live with Sabracadabra. That for all time will remain one of the most surreal moments I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I made that moment happen. You guys don't remember, but
I remember.
You
yes,
do, right,
I
Jimmy?
do. Yes.
It was Jimmy's birthday, and his people were trying to strong arm us. They're like, "Look, he'll play that fucking song, but it's going to cost you $10,000-$20,000."
Like what?
And then I'm holding in my hand the latest Chubby Checker song that they just assumed we were going to play. He goes, but you can play the new song. I'm like, that ain't happening.
Can we?
And next thing you know, he's twisting his ass off.
There he is doing a twist.
I do got to give myself props on that one.
And he was doing the twist.
He did it all because he wanted that new song on the radio.
He was dancing.
Yep. It was Jimmy's birthday.
How great was that watching him instruct Sabracadabra and these guys as musicians to play with fucking a legend like that?
They figured it out right on the spot, too.
Yeah.
I was very impressed that year.
Those Sabracadabra guys, like, they're good. They're good musicians,
yes.
but what is even better is that they actually look and dress the part, and they kind of act the part, too, because they're always just drunk.
Yeah.
And they just have long hair, and they look like assholes. So just to have Chubby Checker doing the twist with them was
really weird. You're being called out, though, because some people are saying, if you remember, Jill Nicolini made that happen.
No, she brought him in.
No, she brought him in.
I know.
That's to start. She
brought him in.
absolutely gets credit, too. No, all I'm saying is that we didn't care. We wanted him to do the twist. You got the guy.
Yeah, and we're not going to do the twist?
The people say, look, that's his big song, and he only does it for like $10,000. I forgot the...
10,000, you're right.
Was it 10,000? Yep. And we don't have $10,000 laying around.
No.
Then the guy is like, but the new song, which obviously no one has cared about since that day. So I used that against him. I said, "Look, we can make a little deal right here for Jimmy's birthday."
You're like, you want the song played? I remember that, and it was you were right.
Yeah,
you're
bargaining.
Right. But we wouldn't have had Chubby Checker if Jill didn't, push the.
I remember that. Yeah,
you're right. Getting back to the Charlie Gate. Charlie talks to TMZ about what his kids will think about all this.
Right. How are the kids, by the way? I mean,
awesome.
What about the fact that your kids one day will probably read about it?
I hope they do.
And what you hope they do?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you want to come from that when they read it?
They want to. I hope they say, "Dad, fill in the blanks. This shit's gnarly." Fill in the blanks. This stuff's epic.
You don't think it's a bad example to set for your children?
No, I think it's the Pandora's box thing. Like, don't eat candy. In the first birthday party, they're having a freaking brain tumor because they ate, 7,000 Red Vines. Because they never tasted it before. They went, "Oh my God, this has been on the planet all this time." And no, man, don't hide your children from stuff.
Like he says things and you're like, I can't even pick this apart.
It's actually a good parenting point, but it has nothing to do with like what his kids are going to read about him in the future.
Oh, right.
You can't like hold all the stuff back from your kid because as soon as they do leave your house, they're going to go nuts.
Yeah.
He says though, he goes, yeah, I parent.
Right.
Because the kids are right in the house. They're right upstairs.
The clip that was pretty interesting. He said, no way would I want my kids doing cocaine. He says, beer and all that. Yeah, of course. It's out there. Yeah. I don't care if they, have some beers and stuff. But he certainly wants to, keep them away from the cocaine. So.
I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah. You know how people justify things in their head? Like, we justify what we do. It's like you never hear a guy verbalize what goes on, and that's all you're hearing as a person justify everything. It's kind of cool to hear.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's what people think.
Yeah.
Even though most people don't say it publicly, that's how people think.
Yeah, I don't even know how I feel about this whole thing. I just love it. I just love watching. I can't wait to see where he's going to pop up next. I love it.
It's one of these news things that come about every so often.
And this is how it kind of used to be before all the publicists got involved and lawyers and all that. You had these celebrities.
People coming apart.
Well, you had the celebrities really speaking their minds with no filters.
Yeah, that's true. There's no filter going on there.
I hope the people do understand. They're smart enough. This is rare that you get to see something like this.
It's fun.
Even with the Lindsay Lohan, you don't really, you see her in the courtroom, but you don't see her actually unraveling or actually unravel
doing interviews
on live TV.
Every time you see her, she's got her mouth shut in court. She's either saying not guilty or fucking keeping her mouth shut. No lawyers talking for her.
Now, I think this is a question for Jimmy. I'm not really sure, but I believe he's sober right now. I really do.
Maybe, yeah.
And I'll say it again, any second he could be doing some drugs or alcohol.
Right.
But if he stays sober, will he have some major withdrawals and stuff?
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing, but usually that's the first X amount of days or weeks. It's not usually...
How many days usually?
Hard to say with the individual. I think Valium and alcohol, I think, are the worst. Cocaine is bad, heroin's bad, but I think alcohol and Valium are the two worst. I don't know. I mean, I hope that he just starts... he's not the hardest case. There's people with a lot worse. If guys on the street can fucking stop, who literally shit their pants.
Yeah.
This guy with 5 kids and a lot of good people in his life, eventually he'll fucking hopefully stop.
But he's going to have some kind of breakdown, right? If he, somewhere in the near future.
He could just fizzle out. Like, literally, it could just, all of a sudden, the interviews go away a little bit, and he just kind of like, and he begins to slowly, you know what I mean? This whole thing could be all of a sudden, oh yeah, that was 6 months ago?
Yeah, he could just be like, well.
And then start doing what he's supposed to do.
I'm done with this.
I hope he does, because I like the guy. I don't want to see him fucking have a heart attack. If it was just pussy, I would say do it all day.
Yeah.
Do it all fucking day and be belligerent, but it's like you're going to die. It's like, come on, dude. No one can smoke that much coke or get high that much and fucking and live. Yeah, it's hard to do.
Yep.
One more clip for now. Charlie tells the Today Show he wants a raise because he's a rock star from Mars.
You're angry. Well, I'm not angry. I'm passionate. And then it's like everybody thinks I should be like begging for my job back, and I'm just going to forewarn them that it's everybody else that's going to be begging me for their job back. I'm a man of my word, so I will finish the TV show. I'll even do season 10, but it's at this point because of psychological distress. Oh my God, it's $3 million an episode. Take it or leave it.
Oh, so you want to raise?
Well, yeah. Look what they put me through.
Well, yeah.
So you make $2 million an episode now.
Roughly, that includes the back end. Yeah.
And you want $3 million now.
Well, because I'm underpaid right now. Sure.
You're underpaid.
If you look at the money they're making, yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm tired of pretending like I'm not special. I'm tired of pretending like I'm not bitching a total freaking rock star from Mars. And people can't figure me out. They can't process me. I don't expect them to. You can't process me with a normal brain.
You can't process me with a normal brain.
That's where he just sounds like an ass.
I know, but I love it.
Yeah.
You can't get enough of that.
How can we not get an interview with Charlie Sheen?
We probably could. Yeah, I think Ron's working on it.
Probably.
I think.
Is that Bree with him right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bree and his girlfriend?
Yeah. She's one of the goddesses. We have a connection to one of the goddesses. Or Jimmy does.
Should definitely try to get her on.
I text her, but I'm not expecting to hear back.
Yeah.
Nah, not now. She's got too much crazy shit.
You think we should get a helicopter and try to helicopter her out of there? Out of Charlie's backyard?
She'd fucking... No, she'd treat the helicopter like fucking... Like when Carter tried to get the hostages out. She'd throw sand up in it. She wants no part of leaving there.
She's having a good time.
Yeah.
All right. The Wesley Snipes, how long is that?
Oh, I love that.
4 minutes? You want to play it now?
Might as well.
E-Rock's got the chubby checker, too.
Oh, boy. Why would you say something like that? It just opens
checkers
up.
For everybody else.
Did you hear about the Mayo story while you were gone, E-Rock?
No, but thanks to everybody on Twitter, I heard that you guys were discussing it. So,
well, we were saving all the good stuff for you.
Yeah.
Big truck.
Just know you enjoy the mayo.
A shitload of mayo onto the highway.
Yeah.
And you weren't around. We were very suspicious.
Yeah.
You got me.
He's running mayo over the state lines.
I'm running illegal mayo.
Right.
To Texarkana.
Right. It's the remake of Smoking the Bandit with E-Rock.
Mopey and the Bandit.
Oh, goddamn. That is good.
Would you watch that movie?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
E-Rock trying to fucking smuggle illegal mayonnaise.
Over state lines.
Over state lines. There he is.
Turd?
Yeah. Jerry Reed.
It's a good tune.
Isn't he great? Come on, E-Rock. You got to get this through. We got us a Smokey report.
Yeah, big bad Smokey report coming up for you there, E-Rock. No, not a cop. Smoked bacon up at the next step. So put the spoon to the metal plate, and we'll see you on the flip-flop. They gotta take a 10-100. No, that's his weight.
Oh, poor E-Rock.
I can't think of one thing that ties it with Smokey and the Bandit.
And
just
fat.
enjoying that song.
Well, Snafu writes, Smokey and the BLT.
No Diablo sandwich, Dr. Pepper.
Make it snappy. I'm in a goddamn hurry. Thank you, nice lady.
Smokey and the Lap Bandit.
Lap Bandit.
Kentucky Musket, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
That's a good tune.
I'm going to have to watch that movie.
It's one of those, some parts still hold up as a little 70s action movie. Others, you're kind of like, oof.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Gleason is still hilarious in that thing.
Yes. In the first one, brilliant.
The lines in that movie, to me, that's one of the funniest lines ever. Is after his fucking hat blows off.
Yeah.
Daddy, my hat blew off. I hope your goddamn head was in it. God almighty. I want to say something that funny on film once in my life.
Yeah, he was great.
Oh, was he fucking
a great one.
He was a funny guy in that.
Yeah. Do you want your Wesley Snipes or you want the Chubby Checker going to break?
Boy.
What do you want to do today?
I'd like to hear the Wesley.
What's the Wesley?
Let's do the Wesley. Hey, after the break, a little later, I think 7:30, we got Topher Grace coming in. Saw his latest movie last night. Wasn't bad.
No.
Wasn't a bad movie. What's it called? Take Me Home Tonight, right?
Yeah, it's like an 80s spoof movie.
Yeah, it's opening this Friday, so we'll talk to him. And we're going to play a little game after the break called Charlie Sheen or The Ultimate Warrior.
You could totally see where that's going.
Yes. So we'll do that, but first.
Well, no, we're talking about Wesley Snipes.
We did talk about.
We're gonna seg into that.
He gets 3 years.
Yeah, you can't put Blade away though for 3 years,
which I think
and
is
3 federal years.
That's a long time.
And where's he gonna hide, in the Congo?
Yeah, where's he going? Here's your first night in prison. You know you got 3 years to go. You're sitting on that nasty bed.
And some goofy ass asking you about, hey man, does Woody really smoke that much weed?
Yeah.
Do you really think white men can't jump? And is there a lot of money on that train, for real?
And there he is in the joint.
Hey man, let me ask you something. How come you can live in the day and the other ones can't? Tell me, you never really explained that. You never really explained that.
Gotta explain every dumb movie he's ever been in.
Yo, you ain't so bad without your sword. Oh, damn. And he'd just be like, here it goes. Now I gotta fight. Yeah, you look like you kicked a lot of ass in that movie.
Hey, how come you didn't just get frozen? How come you just didn't get frozen like Demolition Man?
Well, it was a picture. It was a movie I was making. And
if I could get frozen like y'all, come back in the year 2322. Cars be flying. You stupid, Wesley. You and Stallone should have got frozen like you did in that movie. Come out and beat up the cops because they don't know nothing about what you do.
Yeah.
You should have got frozen and came back when there's no such thing as taxes.
I'd have waited till the statute of limitations was up on the tax crap. Wesley, He's right. You is stupid.
How'd you get caught? Why didn't you just go to your blade lair and have Chris Christopherson hide you? Wait a minute. Nigga, you better not bite me when I'm asleep.
The sad part of this is the first 5 minutes of a 3-year sentence.
Yeah, the 3-year sentence.
This is just the first 5 minutes.
He being a prison barber, the dude flicks the thing over there. So what you want? You want the blade cut? Or the demolition man? Because dye is expensive. That would be 17 cigarettes for the demolition man and 10 for the blade cut. And even the guard said, when he comes in, the guard got him, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to jump over the fence like you do in Blade. Everything is one of his movies.
Yeah, they just gotta get on him about that all the time now. He'll just be there like, he's just got one scratched in his wall. He's got like 1,000 to go.
4 days. Oh my God.
Poor Wesley.
The Aryan Brotherhood comes up.
Oh.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Snipes? How are you? I heard you think we can't jump.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That was just a movie.
Yeah, we're gonna see how high you can jump.
I love your movies there, boy. Them some good movies. I see you beat up a lot of white people in that movie, didn't you?
Oh. Wesley's just,
I'd like to say that Blade fought off the sisters.
No.
But it just he did not have that sword to stop the sisters.
It went on for years.
I'm about to throw Blade off this roof. Wait. I know a lot about taxes.
I know a lot about taxes. Yeah. All right. Hey, it's very good. Wesley Snipes doing 3 years.
Wait a minute, just end it like that.
We gotta move on. And he's in the joint. And that's what we got on that.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Virus. Sirius XM.
We got Topher Grace coming into the studio. Well, maybe. He's got to walk down the 100-yard hallway still.
That is a long-ass hallway.
He's in a new movie called Take Me Home Tonight, in theaters Friday.
Green Mile.
Take Me Home Tonight is set in the 80s, Anthony. It follows an aimless college grad who pursues his dream girl at a wild Labor Day weekend party. Topher stars in the film as Matt Franklin. Why not just star as Topher?
I don't know, Matt Franklin.
I never noticed the names of the characters.
Better.
And with that, Topher Grace has entered the studio. Hey, Topher.
How you doing?
Morning to you. Oh, you're a Yankees fan.
Dude, I'm a big fan of yours, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
Big fan of you guys, too.
Oh,
we got the
thank you,
same
Topher.
hat.
Oh, yeah, what a
Same
coincidence.
hat on. I know. You're in New York. Wow, really going out on a limb.
I wear this in L.A., though, so.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's kind of brave.
Let's take it off in Boston, though, right?
You know,
Ever there?
I wore a Red Sox hat when I went to Boston.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
You're a smart move.
He's a true politician.
Get into the Yankees suck chant wherever you are in Boston.
I love how he said, I'm a big fan of Jim Norton, and then he goes, and of you guys, too. He doesn't know.
Oh, Jim Norton.
I know Jim.
I'm from Connecticut originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's
So
good
I
to
kinda
know.
grew up,
Where in Connecticut?
Darien.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just to drive through
That's
there
a nice
occasionally.
area.
Yeah. A little larger than Bridgeport.
Thanks for the shout out, man.
Connecticut's always been one of those states you drive through going somewhere else. You know?
Trust me, when you go up there, it's the wrong place to talk about it, but yeah.
No, 95, dude, doing gigs, Route 95 going through Connecticut, it's probably the worst stretch of road in the country because it's all the same. There's never not traffic. I've never once, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's always
When I
stop
moved to
and
LA,
go.
people were like, how bad is the traffic? I'm like, not really that bad. I grew up right on I-95.
It's there's nothing that compares to that.
You got to leave at 10 in the morning so you don't catch the,
traffic. Big fan, by the way. Big fan of you guys. Great work.
Big fan.
That's exactly what I thought it would be.
I was watching the wheels come off. I thought as you had it.
I want to say morning commute, but the afternoon commute even.
No,
you have to time it perfectly. I'm sorry.
As you
I
said
couldn't do the math. Like, you're a good and meth and this. Okay, whatever. I'm fucking it all up.
I was just watching your face, so you're like, you have to leave at 10, and I just saw your eyes open, like, I don't know what the next word is.
Because we used to drive to Boston, and it would take forever, because you hit every city's fucking traffic jam.
Yeah, it's hideous.
But then I was trying to do the math in my head, and I fucked it all up.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Tom.
Okay, no, I
Can we start over?
I've messed up a couple times. They sent us around the country with the film.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is serious. All right.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want.
Fuck yeah.
Jimmy and I saw the movie last night, Take Me Home Tonight. And
I heard your glowing review of Not Bad. Thank you so much.
Not bad. The glowing review that you gave. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I enjoyed it.
It's more than not bad. I liked it.
Thank you.
It's like the thing that was it was like it was set in the 80s, and I'm like, okay. I'll tell you, when I started to like the movie, it was literally a minute into it was when the fucking chick walks into the Suncoast video and you run out and change your clothes and running like an ass, and it started to make me laugh. And watching you interact with her, it's like when I watch people act, I'm like, it's hard to do comedic acting. And it was just fucking funny, his reactions to her. He's trying to be casual, and I can't describe it, but it made me laugh out loud. And I'm like, God damn it, I suck.
You don't have to tell anyone you can't describe it.
That is true. But I just go, the face you made, I really should be killed. Good radio.
What you're saying is you have to see it in the theater to really...
It made me laugh.
Exactly. Like opening night, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It made me laugh. Like full fare.
When does it open?
Friday night.
This Friday, yeah.
We got weird copies of the movie because I guess they're scared that me and Jimmy are going to make 1,000 copies and go down to Chinatown and start selling this thing.
More than 500.
So our copy was a little dark.
I don't think that's outside the realm of...
It was a little dark.
Possibility.
And now what they do for us is they put our name on the screen. So now they know if we're bootlegging where they came from.
And they're letting us know that, because they could do it subtly. Like, they mark scripts when they send out a script. They'll put, like, little anomalies in each script so they know if somebody has copied it. But this one, they're just like, Opie and Anthony. So, idiots, we know.
I really don't want to see my name the entire film. Can you change that for us?
You know, when they send you on a junket like this, which like shows they really want you to do. I know you guys are downplaying your thing, but they were psyched that I was coming on this show.
Oh, that's cool. Definitely.
How is it working with...
no one's ever said that.
No, it's true.
I know.
No, so
we don't know how to take a compliment.
Like, we got it. Like, you're going on Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
Like, it's happening.
How is it working with Anna Faris?
She's amazing. It's like you were talking about. We wanted to make one of those John Hughes films that I grew up loving.
Yeah.
Which I love all the films that have come out about the 80s, but they're all making fun of the 80s. Like, the joke is like what people are wearing.
Right.
That huge cell phone. We wanted to make the first one that wasn't a spoof. It was like we went back in a time machine, and Anna was the first one who was kind of in and she was down, and she understood what it was. I mean, she's almost like kind of dramatic at some points.
Right, yeah.
She's also really funny, but
yeah,
she is like maybe the coolest chick alive.
She's awesome.
She's probably sick of doing spoof movies, so it's like good.
Yeah.
I could just do this. I'll play this one straight.
She's been away from the spoof movies for a while now, though.
Yeah.
And everything she's in, she's hilarious.
She's a very pretty girl.
She can do the character stuff too, and she's fantastic at it. But I think we all grew up on those movies. Like Breakfast Club and 16 Candles and Say Anything. And
the music in the movie,
dude, and they got the camera stuff right too. Like there was camera angles, like you're like, oh yeah, the party scene when you walk into the party scene, and like 80 movies would focus on the way they focus on the faces, the way they pan the crowd. It's like that's exactly what they did in fucking 1984. Yeah, it really was like just like a time machine.
Oh man, thank you. That's exactly what we were going for. Also, like doing it was fun. Like when you're in a drama that's like depressing, you are depressed for like 3 months. Like no one that's why they give you awards for those movies. But like this was, I mean, I'm not a method actor. That is to say, if I'm playing like a blind dude, I don't like wear a blindfold.
Yeah, I have to do that.
I was so fucking method on this movie because like on the days off, we would just go up to the set of the house and party our asses off.
Oh, right,
it was the most fun I've ever had.
You were probably more of a '90s guy growing up. Like that was your time.
Yeah,
not really 80s.
Probably starting, like mid 90s. I'm kind of aware of pop music.
So where did you get the 80s vibe from? Were there people saying like, "Hey, this is kind of what you did. You didn't talk like that," or
right? We did have some. yeah, we had to like interview some of our older friends and kind of.
Oh, really? Like, hey, asshole, what'd you say when that would happen?
You know, at the beginning I say to the max. I was like, did people really say that?
Yuck.
But we didn't do it like, you know how they call attention to it in some of these movies and it's silly. We tried to do it for real. It really came out of, in the 90s, I went to boarding school in Massachusetts. But when I was there, I was a big fan of Dazed and Confused.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so I had wanted to do a John Hughes movie, but we didn't know how to do it present day. You know, I wanted to work with a young cast, and you know, those movies, they weren't really a drama or a comedy. They kind of had everything.
Yeah.
But then my friend, who became my producing partner on this, had the idea of like, if you look at Dazed and Confused, which was done in the 90s about the 70s, you look at American Graffiti, which was done in the 70s about the 50s. If we did one of those now, it would take us back to when John Hughes was actually making movies.
Right.
So we kind of mashed the two ideas up. And
you know what he was great at, John Hughes?
That worked out.
The use of music in his movies was fucking... It's like things that you, on paper, you go, that's cheesy to play that song at that moment. But when you watch it emotionally, it's like, ugh, it fucking works.
Yeah,
you don't want it to affect you, but it does. And that was what Hughes was great at. And there's a lot of... You would hear the music starting low when the moment was happening in this. I was like, God damn it, that is exactly what the fuck it is.
Yeah, they figured
it's very nostalgic for people who grew up in the 80s. Like, I'm a little older than I look. I'm fucking depressing to know that 84 I was in high school.
On that 70s show, it was pretty much like that was the time I was actually that age and doing that dumb stuff.
In American Graffiti.
That was shut up, you asshole.
It was Birth of a Nation, right? Was the film that you
Birth of a Nation, yes.
Might as well go all the way back.
It was, that was also my political affiliation. Yeah, so that I found, like, I could really relate to that, a lot of the same shit of the bad station wagon and the
that's
girls
what's
that
great
you couldn't
about
get and shit like that.
Generational things that you're talking about is there are two audiences. There's the audience that's kind of swimming in nostalgia for the music and the situation. And then there's the audience that is discovering all of it, and they're both equally valid. I mean, I didn't know anything about the 70s, and I didn't know that much about the 80s, but it's great to, you know, the first thing we did was we made a mixtape, like a 80, and like the way we didn't want to spoof, you know, have those lines in the movie that are like, there'll be hover cars by 1995, and the like, winks at the camera.
Because there's not.
Right? That's so true, though. Or like, how tiny is this cell phone?
Yeah. You know, it's like, okay.
But we also cut out of this mixtape, you know, Rock Me Amadeus, and like Get Out of My Dreams, anything that dated it. Or, you know, it was like the Who Let the Dogs Out of its time. You know, like we wanted to be really kick-ass soundtrack. And
it's songs you want to hear today. Yeah. Still, you know. I love the DeLorean.
Oh, you saw the DeLorean.
Yeah, you got to look quick. Yeah, but I noticed he was leaving the party in this movie, Take Me Home Tonight, and there was a DeLorean parked in the...
You were badass if you had a DeLorean back then.
But it wasn't like... It was subtle, though. That's what you're getting at right now.
Thank you. Yeah. But I'm like a huge Back to the Future. There are like 5 different references to Back to the Future in the movie. That I just love that movie.
Yeah, you did a music video or something with...
Yeah, the cast did a music video, and we did like... That was actually where we got all of our... We had all this kind of leftover spoof... You know, energy that we want.
It's by Atomic Tom. If you want to check it out.
Yeah,
I hear it's great. I haven't checked it out yet myself.
We actually, I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. So is Danny.
Oh, yeah?
We went to the movie theater and watched it when it was re-released in theaters.
Oh, wait, when was that?
It was like a few months ago.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be the 25th anniversary of when they were actually supposed to go back in time in the movie. So I guess that had to be October, right?
Was it? Yeah,
or
something
September.
like that.
Dude, don't pretend like you don't know. I see what you're doing.
I know.
That's when you see a super.
I'm fucking sick of it already. I'm sick and tired of Back to the fucking Future already.
Thank God, finally.
Really? Finally.
Yeah, because every asshole has to be like, "Oh, did you see this? Did you see?" Yes, I saw all of it. All of it I saw. The game, the fucking all the behind the scenes shit, all the fucking old stills of what's his fucking face. I saw all of it.
Well, that's great, Danny. Now our audience, knowing how they are, will just stop.
Nothing but
they won't send you 1,000 of the same thing now over and over.
There's a new game on the iPhone. Yes,
I know.
Yes,
you guys did it to yourself, though.
Yeah, we kind
The
of.
show got taken over by Back to the Future for a while there, Topher.
But who doesn't love it? It's,
I
Did you
hate
see
it.
that Eric
Yeah, we
Stoltz
hate
footage?
it.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. I'm sorry, I know it's what you're talking about.
No, but it's
that was
great.
amazing.
It's so like
I'm used to
bad.
it.
It would have been great if they combined it and he was Marty McMask.
They got to take that lightning harness. They just tape it to his face. Shoot his head out the sunroof.
Mom's trying to send me to the future. Yes, ugly. Of course she is. It's terrible.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool though. But you did see some people that pulled up in DeLoreans and stuff, and they're just like, "All right, you're taking it a little too far." It is a movie.
That they show up in
at the
costume,
theater, they're
yeah.
like, "Oh boy, what is this?"
Well, my
Rocky
thought behind
horror?
that was I had the DeLorean for the evening. I had the tickets to the movie. No,
Yeah, so I showed up.
but I had the vest. It wasn't like I bought it. You know.
Who else do we see in Take Me Home Tonight?
Yeah, the guy who
the
was
chubby guy
was
that's your-
fucking really funny.
Really funny. Was
Dan
doing
Fogler. It's like kind of a breakout for him. This movie. He won the Tony here.
But I
a couple
feel like
years
I've
ago.
seen him before. Has he been?
Yeah, he was in Balls of Fury.
Okay.
And Good Luck Chuck. And
okay.
But this is like, I mean, look, I'm so glad this is on serious. Like, it's been hard to like kind of talk about what happens in the film, but you know, the guy, you know, he basically does a bunch of nose candy.
Mm-hmm.
In the first 10 minutes, and then goes apeshit for the entire movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great role for anybody.
It's one long night.
Yeah.
He made me laugh. There was a scene where you're on the phone with him and you're calling and he's like a Mercedes dealer, and listening to him act like you're his boss and he's trying to get the guy a deal. It's like, oh, what a fucking twat car salesman. But that guy was really funny. And there was the one thing I liked too is there was scenes where it was the fucking 80 movies party scene, and then they went to the rich party in Beverly Hills, and it was like it captured perfectly the way movies would stereotype like the rich stuffy people and the crazy rich kids, and yeah, it really it grabbed everything. So if you like 80s movies, see it because I enjoyed it.
We wanted to have one of each scene, but not have it go the place it went in every movie. Meaning, like, we wanted to have him steal a car. We wanted to have him have like a girl who was his platonic best friend, but then we wanted to subvert every. It's like his twin sisters. So it's not going to go there. Or they get caught with the car, or like Chris Pratt, who's amazing in it, who's on Parks and Rec. Mm-hmm. He asked Anna to marry him, and they got married in real life.
Oh wow!
Are they married in real life?
Yeah,
oh,
they're
okay.
in real life now. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
But that role would have been easy for him to be like, I'm just gonna fucking cheat on her.
Right.
But we wanted to. He's actually like totally in love with her the entire movie. Like,
it doesn't go there.
Well, kind of. We just wanted to like have all the convention, and also we wanted the music to get a little bit weirder as the movie went. We wanted to just subvert every kind of 80s convention, but we also wanted to have every 80s like that girl thing you're talking about at the mall at the beginning. And want to have all those scenes.
And the other blonde that was after you at the party.
Was she after me though?
Well, she wanted you.
Oh, you mean the other one?
She's kind of cross-eyed.
Right, I'm after
She's
Teresa Palmer.
She's kind of cross-eyed.
Lucy Punch. Yeah,
she's
amazing.
hilarious.
She's
and
amazing.
She only
actress,
had a small role, unfortunately, in Take Me Home Tonight. She was in that dumb movie that I hated, Dinner with the Schmucks.
I didn't see that.
Dinner for Schmucks.
Dinner with Schmucks.
She's amazing.
Whatever.
I actually just did another movie with her. She
was really funny in that movie, and yeah.
And Dimitri Martin, you know Dimitri Martin, right?
Fucking God damn it! I hate seeing comics be that good. He was fantastic in that movie.
Did he know what to do with his hands?
Yeah, he held him on the side of his wheelchair. Dimitri was fucking hilarious in that movie. Yeah. I know he did a Woodstock film,
right.
And he's a very popular stand-up. People know Dimitri, but he was really fucking funny in this movie.
We wanted to have a scene where you show how low my character's gotten, so we have this like paraplegic dude who's like basically making fun of me.
Yeah. He's like, you're depressing me. What happened to you? And he goes, I got hit by a drunk driver after graduation, but I'm not letting it hold me back. It was really fucking, it made me laugh. Yeah, Dimitri was fucking great. It made me sick to see a comedian I know doing that well.
I gotta yell at Roland for not giving me a copy.
I have my copy. I'll give it to you, but it's, I fucking forgot he was in that. So whenever I see comics I know, it's like, you're never really happy for them. Believe me. I'm not happy for Dimitri. I used to drive to fucking open mics and drop off when he was a medical student, whatever he was doing. I'm not happy to see him doing films at all.
And he hates you. He used to talk about it.
I know he
time.
does.
He really hates you.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Please.
Do you
he looks at
guys,
his college checks. He forgot my name. Like, oh, that guy.
Do you guys from like the cast from that 70s show, do you get almost competitive with each other? Like if you get a good gig, or you're like, get a good gig?
Ash and I were just in Valentine's Day together, so we got to hang out. promoting it. And there was a moment where we were like in Europe or something, and the movie had just done $100 million. And I was like, I've known this guy since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
We're like in our 30s now. And we were looking at each other like, how much success can you share with another? This is fantastic. I mean, like, he's out dancing with Demi on the dance floor, and like I'm hanging out with like Jessica Alba and Jessica Biel, and I was like, c'est la vie, Paris. Exactly. It's crazy.
Life is great. Living the Charlie Sheen lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about Chuck, man. He's a good guy, and
that's what everybody
I talked
says.
to him last night, man, and
yeah.
everyone in Hollywood is his friend all of a sudden. But I love his whatever technique he's using. I really love it, man. It's like maybe the best thing that's ever happened.
It's never been tried before. It's uncharted celebrity territory, because usually the publicist tells you to shut the fuck up, or somebody will keep you off of interviews, and he's just doing this. Here I am,
unfiltered.
There it is, Charlie Sheen unfiltered. Yeah.
I love it. It's totally honest.
Yeah.
Except for the I'm not doing crack part, but everything else completely. But it's great. It's just, it's a fun way to, it's very entertaining.
To like handle it, and we're just all vultures. I mean, we really are. We're
I don't know,
guilty.
man. He's going on all these shows. I mean, don't be too hard on yourself.
You're right as far as that goes, but damn, we love to watch any kind of car wrecks like that. The Mel Gibson thing, I don't know how many times we listened to that
fun
tape.
Too, man.
And, that was hysterical. A new tape coming out every day.
But, man, I have no fun. I mean, I really am like, I am no fun. I'm like a Boy Scout. So whenever this happens to someone, I'm like, yeah, they had way too much fun, and now they're going to pay.
Good. Are you, no scandal in your life, really?
No, but that means I'm boring.
Nah.
No, but that means that girls will trust you and sleep with you. They're smart. He's the smart way to be, because they know that he'll keep it under his hat. Nobody fucks me, A, because I'm unattractive, and B, because I'm on the radio with a big mouth. And I can't shut up about it.
I know.
God damn it.
The second we have a day where we're like, what are we
going to talk about?
Lull in the news, it's like, well, I'll talk about the time I shit my pants.
Yeah.
And,
hey, Jim, you fucked Jerry from the Facts of Life. Well,
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Got to fill up this time.
But, Charlie, we kill publicists because sometimes they're fucking horrible to deal with. But in this case, you do understand that they're, like I said, his publicist was really a genius, because that's a hard one. Not even to make look good, but just to not make look awful.
To contain for all those years, right?
Yeah, Cruz's publicist, because Cruz went
money.
a little bit nuts at one point, and you saw like, wow, the publicists at some point do function like a very legit purpose. It's just when they get overprotective and they'll let the actors say anything.
You've been on sitcoms. Like, it is such an easy job. Like, I mean, really, it is like as cush as, I mean, that guy was making so much money. You really have to show up like a couple days a week, say the lines. I mean, they were willing to do whatever for him. But look, he's having more fun than me. Like I said, he's definitely having more fun.
Did you, you left the 70s show like a year before they
yeah, I did it for,
I
had to do it for 6 years, and then I did an extra year.
Did you want to, or it was just like, wow, that's some righteous bucks?
You had to, you mean contractually?
No, not contractually, but just kind of, if you've really enjoyed your experience, and we had like a lot of fun. I mean, all the kids were friends, and it was like, like I was saying, I mean, it's like really fun to do.
Yeah.
But by the end, it's like you know each other's rhythms, so it's like, not easy is the wrong word, because it is a lot of hard work, but it was like, great way to make a living. I wanted to do that extra year, but then Ashton was leaving, and some of the head writers were leaving. I thought, this is a good time. You got to at some point kind of say, this is going to end.
Did you have a lot of shit like in the pipe there, or were you kind of like scared, like kind of, oh fuck?
Well, I left to do Spider-Man, which you go, this movie's probably going to do well.
Yeah, this might make a couple of bucks.
Yeah, but it's exciting, and it's scary. I'm actually seriously not trying to segue into talking about the movie. I swear to God.
No, please.
I'm literally not. But that is literally exactly what the character's going through. It's why I was so interested in this film, is because there's like, when structure ends, you've been in middle school and high school and college, and then, it's like you almost have too much freedom, to make choice. And I was nervous about that, because I had gone from like, high school to college to the show. There was a certain, we'd have summers off and we'd go do a movie, and then you come back and there's this structure. So it was kind of scary and exciting, and now like when we see each other, it's great. Like I I had to speak Russian in a movie, and Mila Kunis is Russian.
Oh,
originally.
helped you out.
So, it's so funny. Everyone talks about it. Like, I've known her since she was 14. Like, it's crazy.
Jesus
She's
Christ.
like
yeah, now she was on the Oscars, and they were
it's incredible to watch.
sexying it up
when
and everything.
Guys talk about. I mean, she's great, but I got to call her and kind of say like, run some Russian by her, and then I got to.
Does this sound right?
No, I spoke this whole speech I'd learned phonetically, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, amazing! What did you say?"
Oh, she doesn't speak it?
No, she speaks it fluently.
Oh, she was fucking with you. No. She was great in Black Swan.
Yeah,
really sexy role. Really sexy.
Gotta see that movie.
Fuck yeah, man! It was so. We were talking about how Aronofsky shot it like so all in close up, and it gives you this like claustrophobic.
Like, get out of my face.
Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Feeling the entire thing. Yeah, it was an interesting movie.
Yeah. Did you see the Oscars?
I did.
Yeah. What did you think of James?
What? I know both James and Annie Hathaway. I was in Valentine's Day with, and I actually knew her since I kind of moved out to LA. We were like each other's first friends. She was on a show on Fox that that doesn't get as much attention.
What show was she on?
She never did a thing after that either. It was that show. I forget what it was called, like Get Real or something. And,
no.
Sounds great.
It was her and Jesse Eisenberg, and they're both at the Oscars, and it was crazy to watch. But and Mila's up there. It's weird to watch your peer group host the Oscars. I mean.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
I wouldn't know. I watch my fucking peer group in the same place every morning. I've never seen a peer do anything important. It's fucking horrible. Bob Kelly is my peer.
Because James Franco was catching a lot of flack for like people were like, is he high? Is he just like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he kind of has. But I think anytime I've seen him, he's had like the half-mast eyes and kind of just.
He is like the coolest guy. We went around the world for Spider-Man press, and I got teamed with him a lot because we were both kind of bad guys in it. And he's like the funniest guy. I mean, have you guys ever met him? Has he been in here?
No,
not yet.
No,
he is like the funniest guy.
Really?
And the coolest guy. Like, I mean, legit. Like, not like on the air, like when you're off the air, hanging out like later that night or whatever. He's like a really cool dude.
It's hard, too, because, like, it's hard to badmouth people when you're in the business. Like, they.
No, I would. You give me the right person, I would badmouth them.
No, I'm saying, like, a lot of people won't because it's like, it's not even that they're pussies not to. It's like hard because you bump into people and they're really nice. It's like I badmouth people that I've met that I'm like, ugh, I feel like such a dick. I don't want to badmouth that person anymore because they were pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you meet somebody that you think there's a dick, and you never met him, you have no reason to not like him.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
and then when you meet him,
that's the opposite. Is when you can't watch someone who's actually really talented because they're such a jerk. When
such an ass. Yeah. When you meet
I've
him,
never had that. I've never had that where I've met somebody who was
talking
such
about people that met you.
Oh.
See, that's the difference, Jimmy.
Anthony always turns on me when there's A-list celebrities here.
No, because they all know you and like your comedy. I get all jealous.
Don't be jealous. They just remember you as the fat pig friend from Lucky Louie. Oh yeah, you're the one that did the same face in every scene. I remember you.
Oh, you know what? Did you guys when you were doing the 70s show? Did you think when they came out with that 80s show, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what, you're saturating it, and that was a horrid example of how to do an 80s based thing.
Pretty much the opposite of what we're going for here.
I'm talking on a cellular phone. It's a mobile phone. It's amazing. I'm not even. It's like, yeah, we get it.
It was all
every
over the
reference.
top.
It was so in your face, over the top, like smashed at you that this is something from the 80s.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story that this is a good story that I probably shouldn't tell.
Oh, good.
Which is, no one ever like talked to us about it. Like,
oh shit.
It wasn't. That's not a bad thing either. Look, they were very successful producers because of our show and other shows they'd done. They kind of, I mean, what would they do? Like call a powwow where they say like, they kind of come in.
Well, you would
just
think that would be kind of a decent thing to do. At least let you guys know, like, because you're pretty invested in
but
that 70s
they really
show.
don't have to. I mean, it's,
no,
not
having to and just doing it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So they kind of said like, we kind of found out about it. Like I found out about it, sadly, in an interview where someone said, "What about that 80s show?" And I said, "Oh, well, I don't think we're going to go there." And then they said, "No, they're making it." And I was like, "Whoops."
No, they went
so
there.
so I I mean, look, these people gave me my whole life and career, so I wasn't mad about it. And I thought, all right, how do I show kind of like, because we're all going to be seeing each other. So I put on this huge fake mustache and went in and tried out. Because I think the lead role, the only description was like a Topher Grace type.
Shit.
And so like, I went in with this mustache. And like I brought in a headshot that had like the mustache gone onto it. And I was like, hello? My name's Ron DeLashmit. I'm here trying out for let's do this. And I read and like I think it went for like a while, and people were kind of nervous, laughing. It was like kind of.
Is he making a goof of this whole thing?
I don't know. It was just weird. It was such a. I thought it was funny.
At least you didn't have to last. At least you didn't have to go through too much of that because it didn't last very long.
I'm so stupid. I almost said, "Did they know it was you?" But I edited myself.
Good.
That would have been humiliating for everybody involved.
Very good, Jimmy.
Of course, they knew it was him because they asked for Topher Grace type.
You know, actually, the guy who got the lead on that show is a really good friend of mine, which is Glenn Howerton, who's on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and went on to be like a billionaire because he actually created and wrote that show.
Great show.
And I actually just emailed with him last night.
Dennis.
He's a really great, talented guy. Yeah,
he plays Dennis on Always Sunny.
How long?
Look at damn. I can't believe that's the same guy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was in the 80s show.
That only lasted.
Why are we promoting that 80s show? I just did an 80s movie.
I know.
It's terrible.
The total wrong place to be.
Because Anthony didn't get his copy, he's saying.
But it's the
of the movie.
But
you're promoting that 80s
I'm talking about that's the horrible way to portray something like that. It's done awful.
Take Me Home Tonight is definitely a good
yes.
movie. Definitely.
There was some very big laughs in it.
Thanks for the backup. Did you say yes?
Yeah. He didn't see the movie.
You got to say something. Say something great about Anna Faris.
I was watching. She's very pretty. She's so talented.
I love those lips.
Sexy.
Yeah,
very sexy lips.
It's very odd when you get such a pretty girl that is can do comedy.
Right? Really funny.
All right, that evens out.
Yeah.
There was also scenes with his dad in the movie where you don't see those parental scenes anymore. That was a staple of 80s movies, like these intense scene where there's a lesson learned with the parents.
Michael Biehn. We got Michael Biehn.
Really, Michael Biehn?
Yeah,
Michael Biehn.
Kyle Reese.
Yeah, Kyle. Fucking.
Oh, I didn't recognize the name. Okay,
Kyle,
We wanted to get someone from the 80s, but not someone who's...
That's who he... God, Kyle from the Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator, and he was in Alien.
Holy shit, that's right.
He's like The Rock. He's like, we wanted someone who was successful in the 80s, but didn't exist since the 80s. You know, he's been in Grindhouse and tons of great films. And he's amazing in it. Yeah.
Dude, I was watching him. It was annoying me so much to not figure out who he was. And I'm like, I knew it was a Terminator. I'm like, no, that's not fucking... was it Robert Patrick was the guy who played the T-1000?
Yeah, that was the other one.
Who the fuck is it? That's who he was. Okay.
How about IMDb? What'd you do? You didn't have your computer?
I fucked my girlfriend after. I didn't go to IMDb. I wanted to get a load off. We watched the movie. I knew Motorhead was going on. I'm like, I have to come and go to sleep or I'll regret not being at Motorhead right now.
Yeah, we wanted to make
sure
that's
what I did.
We wanted to make sure we saw his movie before he came in here.
Exactly. I wanted to see the movie, and I was actually only going to watch a few minutes of it. I'm like, let me just to get it, and I wound up watching the entire movie.
Well, I want a goddamn copy. Because I watched something really uplifting last night, a friggin' documentary on Afghanistan.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I know. Oh, this little kid in there. Actually, I think he was 20 years old, but he came off like a kid. He was like a midget, and he's walking around going like, fuck the Taliban, blah, 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 blah. And at the end, they got a little graphic that says he was beheaded.
Oh, great.
Was he really?
Yeah.
That's a wononderful night of TV.
I was like, oh, that must have been easy, though.
That's kind of how that's funny, because that's how Take Me Home Tonight ends. With a surprise beheading. You never see it coming, too.
Really foreshadowing of Al-Qaeda.
It gets really, really weird at the end of 5 minutes. People are crying and vomiting.
Yeah, Take My Breath Away starts playing, and all of a sudden a fucking sword comes out, and his head gets lopped off. And that sucked at the end.
Did you watch some movies? Did you watch anything like Fast Times or things like that to get
a lot of Less Than Zero.
Yeah.
That house reminded me.
Yeah, we went for almost we tried to find the exact same house.
Oh, really?
We shot in Arizona, so we couldn't go. We actually found the exact same house in LA, but we wanted to have, everything's like reflected by a pool. Like once we actually kind of cross the tracks. Like it's in the valley, the whole thing, and then we go over. When I moved to LA from here, I didn't realize that there's kind of two Los Angeleses. There's the Valley, which became really famous in the 80s. Valley Girls and that whole thing.
Right.
So most of it takes place there. And that's more of a community. And then you go over the hill into what's kind of Hollywood, and it's a whole other thing. That's like a lot more kind of fabulous and cocaine. So we have a point where they go to like a different party. That scene kills in a live audience. Like there's a scene where Dan Fogler has already done a batch of cocaine, and he's been in like a dance-off, and he's going nuts. And he's never done drugs in his life. He's been very straight-laced up until then. And then Angie Everhart,
that's
literally
great
not someone
scene.
like, she comes up to him and says like, "Is it snowing?" And I'm like telling a story from another movie, but I really think it's funny.
It is funny. Go for it.
She says, he goes, "I think it's like 70 degrees out right now." She's like, "No, do you have cocaine on you?" And they go into this bathroom, and she starts seducing him, and he's never been with a girl like this. And then this weird German dude walks in. I mean,
he just giggles. He's with him, is Franz or something.
She's like, we can do this, but he has to watch. And you see Dan just look at this like supermodel, and then look over at this weird German dude
this
in leather.
old fat Joel. He's like a fat. He looks like Bernie Madoff.
Yeah.
That's exactly who he looks like.
Very creepy.
Just creepy and kind of laughing lightly, and then she shows her big tits, and she's like, "It's not negotiable." And he tries to fuck it. It was really funny,
like,
man.
I'm gonna give this a shot.
And it's nice to see tits in a movie again.
Yeah.
Because they took that out of most.
That's what we
most
wanted.
movies.
Was that kind of hard R where it felt like, when you watch John Hughes movies, they're actually pretty G-rated, but we wanted that feeling of danger where they're, it's not like, did he do cocaine? Like, you see him do cocaine, you see the tits. But on the flip side, there's a romantic side to it, but we didn't want to pull any punches. I think it's to answer your question, it's most like Fast Times.
Yeah.
Where there's great comedy, but like, we didn't pull any punches. You go, oh, I didn't know they were going to go all the way.
Yeah, there is like kind of a story there and some
that bathroom
real
scene
emotion.
Was great.
And it was the stuff I love the most from anybody who it's like when you pick up on things, when you know what they're doing, and immediately kind of what they're doing. It's like it just starts bringing back like that. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. They got that right. They got that right. It's like really weird to watch a movie and be knowing that they're doing an 80s movie and like realizing when they get it right. Am I making any sense? Like that was kind of I like that a lot though. And those house scenes, the party scenes, and the camera work was phenomenal.
Yeah, I actually had to go and get a picture in front of the Back to the Future house when I was out in L.A. over the summer.
Oh, wow.
I had to do that. I was like, yeah, that house looks exactly the same as it did in the movie.
Well, why would you ever change something so perfect?
I know. And then like me and my chick were like I was taking a picture of her, and then she'd take a picture of me in front of the house, and then the neighbor came out, and she's like, "You want me to just take a picture?"
She's so used to it, right?
Yeah, and we were like, "Yeah," and she goes, I said, "Yeah, you must be used to it." And she goes, "Oh, there were times when buses would come by, and everyone on the bus would get off and take pictures in front of the house, and then drive away."
Oh, man, that's like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's like, we were there.
In that video, we like actually drop out the music, and I do that's the only impression I kind of do, which I'm not gonna do. Don't make me. don't make me do it. But we like to get dressed up, and we did we do like 80s movies in that video, but like that was the one I was really stoked about.
Do you have a DVD plans, like a commentary or some extra shit or things like that?
Yeah, there's
they talk to you about that?
Outtakes. Just the cast is so young, and a lot of it was, like Dimitri, Chris Pratt, a lot of Dan stuff because he's so hyped on coke, like the whole movie.
Yeah.
We have so much outtakes and stuff. There's gonna be a lot of that.
He's a great yeller. Yelling is not easy, and making it look funny on film. Like Kinnison was obviously one of the greats, but he reminded me of Kinnison when he was screaming. There's a scene towards the end where they're driving in the car and he's just screaming something, and I'm like, that is a very Kinnison-esque quality
by the
to
end,
it.
he's so blasted on coke that he's literally like flying on top of this car. I mean, he's like, it's great. And then he kind of comes down too, which is like really funny.
Yeah, he was fucking fantastic. I enjoyed him a lot, and it's like I'm high. That was just me auditioning. In case you do part 2.
Wow, man.
I know.
Good. Yo, you got it.
Yeah,
wow,
I'm not really high. I'm sober, but I just did that.
So
just
that
so
was just acting?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good. Oh, no, that's the Brady Bunch house.
That's the Brady house.
I had to get one of those, too.
He likes sitcom houses.
I'm such a douche.
Movie houses.
I've never seen any of those.
I'm such a douche.
I got one in front of OJ's old house. Before they knocked it down.
Before they knocked it down?
I think I did too, in front of the stairwell. I think that's a smart one to get, though. That's history.
You had to, yeah.
That's not you, it's some other dude.
Who is that?
Dude, play the thing.
Some
Play
other
the thing from the video.
Some other guy.
The middle part.
Yeah. Get that thing going.
Psyched. As an actor, you don't really have a moment to like do a Back to the Future impression.
Yeah. That's great, man.
It's like we wanted to do one cover during the credits. We're like, you could get into a plan where you do too many covers. And we just wanted to do
cool version of this song, by the way.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Oh God, yeah.
this is heavy duty, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of the DeLorean?
God damn, that's pretty good.
Not bad, brother. Not bad at all, Topher.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, there's Danny in his
No,
Doc
I'm sorry, I
Brown.
wasn't saying I'm good. I was watching Danny in the Doc outfit.
That was a good impression, though.
Yeah, the mannerisms were all there.
Yeah, I don't do impressions, but that's a fucking hard one to do. Michael J. Fox from the 80s is not one anybody does. Why did I just say that? Who cares? Like, I just talked and...
I care. No, I care, man. That's the only impression I did.
But literally, that would have had the same value if I said, yeah, I had 2 ginger ales, but I only drank 1. Gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Asshole.
It's a good example.
It really is. You should just edit.
Well, listen, we got to get Topher out of here. You're doing a lot of TV today, huh?
Yeah. And then I'm
Doing
going
the
back
whole-
to LA, and we got a premiere. That's going to be fun, man. The after party for this movie is going to be...
I can't wait to go,
like
man.
the movie. Right. About your invite. That is in the mail, man.
Yeah,
You
I'm
just
waiting
gotta-
for it.
All
Now
right.
watch, I'll run home and look at my mailbox. I don't think it's here yet.
Yeah.
How am I going to go?
Oh, no, it's going to be Messenger. It's going to be Messenger.
Oh, that would be nice.
So there.
Well, Michael Madsen's premiere is tonight, I think.
Yeah, we got invited to a premiere.
Yes,
already,
we did.
Topher.
Oh.
Michael Madsen.
I must have...
Michael
and I lost
Madsen.
my invite to that, so...
Yeah, say.
But his movie's going straight to DVD. But still, we feel like
Are
we're...
you seriously going to a Michael Madsen premiere?
Yeah, he was here yesterday for an hour.
He
was fucking hilarious. We were talking, the scene of Reservoir Dogs where he cuts the ear off, and he was walking through his process of when he was shooting that scene. It was fucking great watching
It was
the movie with
actually
him.
we had it on the computer and we're watching it and he was doing the live commentary, just sitting there talking about what was going through his mind and what
that's amazing.
Quentin was thinking and some of the shit he was wearing, and it was really cool,
That
because
movie's
he's such a
so
badass.
amazing. People kind of forget because of Pulp Fiction, but that movie...
Yeah, that one's really good.
I thought Reservoir Dogs was
Shemmy.
better. It was just brilliant dialogue, and
Dialogue's
everybody was
amazing,
great.
that movie.
And it was new. Like, you'd never seen... You were like,
No,
where
shit
did
like
this guy
that was
come from? Right?
Yep. Yeah, and to have something so cool with just like pretty much one set. That was it. It's just one fucking set. So you got to depend on the actors.
And the
Really
dialogue back, the very quick dialogue between guys, and the John Woo, which Tarantino tells you got it from John Woo, the guns pointed at each other, and fuck, is that a good movie?
The only other movie I've seen is Take Me Home Tonight. It's as good as that.
We think,
That, yes.
probably the scene where I chop that guy's ear off.
That's
That's where you're probably thinking that it's the same.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be so
It's
confused
an
about this
homage.
movie.
And so everyone's going to compare us. Yeah. We both have ear chopping.
And then Anna Faris,
my bad.
Anna Faris laying there in the warehouse, shot in the stomach the whole movie. It just got depressed. I'm like, what is happening?
That would be awful, wouldn't it? Oh, God.
Guys, this is so much fun. Thank you for
Well, let's get Topher out of here. He's
thanks
got to do
for coming
TV.
by, man,
the
definitely.
movie Take Me Home Tonight in theaters Friday. Anything else you want to promote?
Go see it.
You're good, right?
No, I want to come back and see you guys.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, you should, man. We don't
love
have
to
many
have you
repeat
back,
customers.
We don't have real celebrities
No.
in here.
Our new friend Topher Grace. Thank you, Topher.
Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I feel a hunger, it's a hunger that tries to keep a man awake at night. Are you the answer? I shouldn't wonder when I feel you whet my appetite. With all the power you're releasing, it isn't safe to walk the city streets alone. Anticipation is running through me. Let's find the key and turn this engine on. I can feel you breathe. I can feel your heartbeat faster. Take me home tonight. I don't wanna let you go till you see the light. Take me home tonight. Listen, honey, just like Ronnie sang.
Be my little baby. Be my little baby.
Just like Ronnie sang. I say, just like Ronnie sang.
Be my little baby. Baby, my darling.
I feel a hunger. It's a hunger. Take me home tonight. I don't wanna let you go till you see the light. take me home tonight. Listen, honey, just like Ronnie sang.
Be my little baby. Opie and Anthony. You're listening to Opie and Anthony on the Virus. Sirius XM.
Okay, we is spelled here, capital W, small I, small I. I was confused during read, and I actually said the Nintendo W2 because they use capital. Look, I'm explaining myself, goddammit.
Let me see.
If you look here, right there, it says Nintendo W2. Danny's just bashing me on this one.
I say no. I say there's no excuse.
I say when I'm going through that it should say W and then a small I and a small I. Then I would have said Nintendo Wii. I don't have a Wii, but I would have said Wii because I would have known. I look at things like WW2 and see World War II. So I said a Nintendo, and I didn't know what the fuck it was. That's why I delayed beforehand. I'm like, a Nintendo, and I'm looking at it like, what the fuck is this? And I said, a Nintendo W2.
I would have to go with Anthony on this one.
No,
I have to go with Anthony on this one.
No, I think
because they like to capitalize copy.
Yeah.
Older guys know that as W2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think the Nintendo Wii has been around long enough where if there's a W followed by two I's and is prefaced by Nintendo, you should be able to know that's Wii.
I think, but it's known as the logo. Like the logo itself is two small lowercase I's. That's kind of what it's known for.
Well, what if I asked you if you have any new apps for your ePhone, and then you tried to tell me no, that's an I, and I said, well, it's just it's a small I, so it's ePhone.
Well, if it said a one phone,
what if I called it a one phone? Wouldn't you say that I'm retarded and I should know better?
If it said an Apple One phone, I'd be like, what the fuck is a one phone?
But it would be capital I.
But I also have an iPhone and everything. I don't own a Wii. But I do know that anytime I've seen it, it's been spelled W lowercase.
They're killing you on Twitter.
So, I know. Believe me.
Tell it it's a Wii, not a Nintendo W2.
I know. I was reading.
But honestly, looking at the fucking copy, it looks like W2.
Kevin from Connecticut is calling Nintendo BS.
Maybe it's something with tax season.
Yes, it's a Nintendo W2.
Very good.
That's what they send you.
They got to send you your win-loss statement. That's some tax jokes for all you guys out there.
But I agree with you that the Wii logo is W.
Yeah, you know
small
it.
I, small
you know
I,
it from looking at it that it just says Wii with this lowercase. Like I'm looking at it right now on Google. I Googled it, and you could see W lowercase, and I would never have had I would have flown through it as a Nintendo Wii. But W2 because it looked like W with a 1 in front of it like a 2. And I thought it was something brandy new that I never heard of.
Funny.
I swear.
Now, see, I want to say, like, whoever's writing the copy, if they meant to write the number 2, why wouldn't they just put the number 2?
Oh, please. The people that write the copy.
The people that write the copy.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't say
you
that.
never know what's going to happen.
We could all be in agreement there.
But if you listened to the read, you would see that I did delay before I said it because I was trying to process what the fuck that was because I never heard of it.
Maybe it's the next generation.
It might be.
Can we get the read? I want that part of the read now. I want to hear it.
You want that?
Yeah.
And then we got to get your Bertation.
It's a day of Bertations.
It really is a day of Bertations on
the show. Bertation?
Oh, boy, Jim, where have you been? When the reporter after the Grammys was
yeah.
We're now calling him Bertation.
Bertation.
Because that was the big word in that one.
Bertation.
She had no idea.
It's so worth playing again. Fuck it. Now they're doing serious interviews where they're like, are you okay? Who cares?
Serene Branson is live at the Staples Center with highlights and backstage coverage we're seeing for the very first time. Serene.
Well, a very, very heavy Bertation tonight. We had a very Darrison for the head of the pit.
Did that really happen?
I know.
I still don't think that actually happened.
Great. very, very heavy birtation.
I had a birtation when we were interviewing Topher Grace. My whole body heated up.
You had a birtation. I just had a heavy birtation on the read.
Yours wasn't as bad as mine.
I was watching it happen, too, because it was obvious that you just weren't sure what your next word was.
I think Opie had a birtation. You had a Dorsey.
All right, you're going to give him a Dorsey.
Did you say Dorsey?
I think I had a Dorsey.
There's something in there.
Wait, let's hear it again. Fuck it.
Madsen is live at the Staples Center with highlights and backstage coverage we're seeing for the very first time. So read.
Well, a very, very heavy birtation tonight. We had a very Darrison.
He had a Darrison.
I had a Darrison.
Okay, yeah. A
Yeah.
little different than a birtation.
I had a Darrison too.
I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't explain myself. That it's one long, horrible road, and you feel like you're in morning commute for 3 or 4 cities in a row. But I couldn't say it properly.
Do we have that?
Oh, we have it all, man.
It was really good.
Well, E-Rock's now panicking because now he was looking for the live read mess
The live read mess
okay.
up.
All right, we got Anthony's right now.
Okay, here's my fuck up. Listen for the delay, because I didn't know what I was thinking. Here are some of the insane recent cherry deals. How about a $25 Apple gift card sold in a cherry auction for 20 cents? Yep, a Nintendo W2. See, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Now, that's a birtation, not a Dorsey or whatever. That's such a birtation.
We really need clear definitions on what qualifies as a Dorsey.
Now I agree
Darrison.
with these guys.
No, you had a birtation because your mind fucked up. I had a Dorsey.
A Darrison?
I had a Darrison because I was reading it, and like I was reading it, I knew what I was reading.
You wanted to say we.
No, I didn't.
Really?
I
It
didn't
sounded like he wanted to say we, but it looked different.
we didn't come into my head. I saw a W2.
Because you stopped it after Nintendo.
Because I never heard of a Nintendo W2.
But Anthony wanted to say Magnavox Odyssey.
It looked like you knew the next word is supposed to be we, but you saw something different on the paper.
No,
okay.
The delay was me trying to figure out
Can
what
we
the
hear
fuck a Nintendo W2 was.
One more time.
Here are some of the insane recent cherry deals. How about a $25 Apple gift card sold in a cherry auction for 20 cents? Yep, a Nintendo W2. See, because I don't know what it is.
What's the next word?
Gaming system, I think.
Bundle?
Yeah, gaming.
W2 bundle gaming system. I have no idea what a W2 is.
They're going to ask for their money back on that one.
I'm sorry.
That's horrible.
BZID, it's a we on BZID.
Well, tell these idiots to fucking spell we with the two
It's got to be
lowercase
lowercase eyes. I mean,
Please.
come on.
Kevin from Connecticut, clearly a Darrison.
That was a Darrison.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had a birtation.
Yeah, do you have my birtation?
Yeah,
I really don't feel like
Opie's
heating up
birtation.
again. But
This is a good one. Because this was just your mind completely disconnecting from your mouth.
Holy shit. All right, hit it.
It's all the same. There's never not I've never once 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's always
when I
stop
moved
and
to LA,
go.
people were like, "How bad is the traffic?" I'm like, "Not really that bad. I grew up right on I-95."
It's there's nothing that compares to that.
You got to leave at 10 in the morning so you don't catch the, what is
traffic. Big fan, by the way. Big fan of you guys.
Are you okay? Do you need a paramedic?
I'm heating up all over again.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, there was more, right?
No, that was it.
No, it might have been a little bit
No,
more.
that was it.
After
that was it.
Yeah, because after that you recovered.
I got back on track.
But
I
then
do
you
believe.
recovered and then
was
went
it.
right back into it.
No, that was it.
I think we ought to hear the whole thing again.
No, that was it, I believe.
It's all the same. There's never not I've never once 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's always
when I moved
stop
to
and
LA,
go.
people were like, "How bad is the traffic?" I'm like, "Not really that bad. I grew up right on I-95."
It's there's nothing that compares to that.
You got to leave at 10 in the morning so you don't catch the, what is
traffic. Big fan, by the way. Big fan of you guys. Great work.
Big fan.
That's exactly what I thought it would be.
I was watching the wheels come off that thought as you had it.
I want to say morning commute, but the afternoon commute even.
No,
you have to time it perfectly. I'm sorry.
As you
I
said
couldn't do the math. Like, you're good at math and this. Okay. I'm fucking it all up.
I was just watching your face, and you're like, you have to leave at 10. I just saw your eyes open, like, I don't know what the next word is.
Because we used to drive to Boston.
All right, that's it. Oh, my God. That is so fucking funny.
In the movie Take Me Home Tonight, he's really good at numbers. And,
okay.
And somehow I was trying to tie that into my horrendous traffic explanation.
I understand.
God.
Lowercase
okay.
eyes.
It's
lowercase eyes.
I'm so fucking uncomfortable.
Oh, shit.
And I was going to throw myself under the bus right now, but now I don't think I can handle it
Really?
anymore. I don't know if I can handle it anymore.
Another rotation?
Why? It was all right. It was like everyone has two thoughts in a row. Go away. You know.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh. That was lost.
Well, yeah, yesterday. Man, I'm going to get killed for this one. My wife, she sets up a nice massage for me yesterday. She goes, a little surprise. She goes, hey, I got your massage at your gym. Like, that's really nice of you. She goes, it's a Thai massage with a female. I'm thinking, this is going to be really nice. Have you ever had a Thai massage?
I
Jimmy?
have, yes. You wear clothing while they do it, and very loose-fitting clothing.
One of the better massages you could get.
Yes. Suit. I got a suit of armor.
Yes. What do you mean you wear clothes, or you're just fucking around?
No, Thai massage is...
Really?
You wear, like, sweats, or even just a boxers or something, because it's very, very... You're on the floor, and they stretch you a lot.
So, you know my girl has a pretty good sense of humor. So
Yes.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if she's fucking with me or it was a legitimate mistake.
Uh-oh.
I still don't know. Because my Thai massage with a young female masseuse, I get there, and it's a 6'4" black guy.
What?
I got rubbed down by a 6'4" black guy yesterday.
Did it move?
No, it didn't move.
Are you kidding me?
And then I'm like, is she fucking with me? And set me up?
Of course she did.
I think she might have.
So wait.
She's swearing she didn't.
Oh, maybe
and
she
now,
didn't.
and she's swearing, she's going to call the place. She's mad because she specifically asked for a female.
So the massage... Now, with the Thai massage, did he stretch you a lot? Because that's supposed to be where they actually they stretch your legs and your arms. It's really like a...
I was in pain the entire fucking time. I said, fuck it, I'm here. What are you going to do?
Did you massage your wallet out of your back pocket?
Did you massage your hat off with your walker?
See, that's why I didn't want to bring it
Why?
up.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Not after my flirtation.
Why? You know,
so it was an hour of this guy basically beating the shit out of me. It wasn't relaxing at all. But real massages aren't supposed to be that relaxing because it's supposed to help you after you leave.
And Thai massages...
Hotel.
Huh?
Hotel. It's from Seinfeld. When
see,
George
I
got
don't
the
know that
massage from the guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you take your pants up so we could get those glutes?
Yeah.
It was so uncomfortable.
Hotel.
Hotel.
He was separating like my muscle from my bone and stuff.
Yeah.
It was so uncomfortable.
You should have told him to go easier. You told me you're too strong.
But then I'm like, why go easy? Because I think it's probably helping me, so I might as well go through it.
Yeah.
But I was supposed to have a nice fucking Thai type
Big
chick.
black guy hands on you?
Dude, he could have been a linebacker. Fucking huge and just ripped.
You were in the massage room?
Yeah.
Were you nude under there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
How much glute work did he do?
Yeah, he didn't get too close, thank God.
Did he say, I'm finally going to finish what I started in Buffalo, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Did you have you didn't have your hands positioned on the massage table where your pinky was hanging off and his turgid black member rubbed against the side of your hand?
Did I do the right thing? Or
yes,
should
I would have got it.
Or should I have left?
Nah, because it's not, honestly, especially a place like in a gym or a spa, it's not a jerk massage. It's a real massage.
Dude, I was moaning and yelling the whole time. It fucking hurt.
One of the best massages I ever got was from a guy years ago. Was in that place in Connecticut.
Did you know it at the time?
Yeah, it was really weird. Have you ever had your face massaged with balls? No, it was in that Connecticut place. They only had two masseuses, one guy and one woman. So I let my girlfriend have the woman, and I took the guy. And he did it was 90% back, and it could be the best massage I ever got. It's like, as long as they're not massaging.
Yeah, you don't want a guy massaging a chick at I don't care what, at a spa.
I had one
fucking way.
when we were in Vegas recently. There was I forget why. She's like, I'll take him. I don't care. And we get we're walking down the hall together, and mine is like an older woman, and hers like a 6'3" guy. And I mentioned that it was my girlfriend very loudly, but it turns out he was a fan, and he just talked. I think he was like an Opie and Anthony fan too. And he just talked about the radio. She's like, it was so annoying. He was talking about you in the radio show the whole time.
You don't want how relaxing is that?
Well, at least I knew he wouldn't do anything.
You don't want them talking. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just rub something. Shut up.
Yeah. It was black member brushing across the pink head of it.
But it was so what wasn't set up and what I was expecting.
God, Danny.
I can't even find something.
What the fuck?
But you know,
it's all just porn.
It hurt.
Would I have gotten a massage?
A lot.
Yeah, but I would have asked him to go easier because he's probably a guy that does.
I gotta have bruises on me.
Athletes and stuff like that.
But I gotta have bruises.
Absolutely would have said.
You would have left, right?
I would have. No, I wouldn't have left. But I went, sir. Nothing personal. I always get massaged by a female. It's just a comfort thing for me.
But you would have allowed the guy to rub you.
No.
Yeah.
No. And I'd have said, can I please just have a female masseuse? Because I just always do. It's more relaxing to me. I go, to tell you the truth, even get my hair shampooed at the salon. I got to have a girl shampoo my hair.
Why do you just...
Oh, God.
No, so you should look at me and go, look, sir, you're everything that I am A, angry at, and B, frightened of. I would prefer if you don't touch me in a vulnerable position.
As he starts massaging you, you just go, I could have you shot for this.
Yeah. But then he slips a digit in, and you're like, you know what? I see what all the rave is.
It turned out to be a sports massage, and it was whatever, but I don't know.
No, it's actually probably better you did it because... It's homophobic to not do it because really, like a sports massage is not sexual.
It's not homophobic.
Oh no, it wasn't even close.
But it's not homophobic. It's a thing where it's just more comfortable for if you're a guy to have a woman. You don't think about it. Like when a woman's massaging you, you're not thinking, I'm going to get laid. I'm going to do this.
Speak for yourself.
I'd fuck her. Right, exactly. But when a guy is massaging you, you're not thinking, he wants to have sex with me or anything. You're just thinking. It's not as comfortable. You're conscious that it's a guy doing it, and it's not as comfortable as a female doing it.
When a doctor touches you, I mean, it's like the same type of thing.
Yeah, that's not comfortable either, but that's a doctor, and
I was
not
laying
there to relax.
I was laying there horrified because then they have the nice spa music, and then it's a 6'4" black.
Yeah, the whole thing is to relax, right?
There's candles on.
It doesn't seem very relaxing.
Everything you expect from like a nice massage, but it's a big fucking black guy.
You should have turned over and just said, like, typically doesn't know he's racist white guy things. Like, you know what? You're not like a lot of guys that I've met like you. I mean, you're as good as I am as a person. I'd let you into my neighborhood and house.
Did you learn this in prison?
Yeah.
Say awful things.
What sports do you play? When you dropped out of high school, did you continue with athletics?
Now watch when you get down to the lower back. I don't have that extra muscle that you guys have.
Take that, black people. I did feel like he was making her just a little more because I'm white and he's black.
Taking it
I had a weird feeling.
Of course he was.
Years of oppression.
I had a little bit of a feeling that he wasn't holding back.
He probably watched X right before he got there.
Oh God!
And he's just thinking of Malcolm's beautiful smile and you fucking rotten devil, how you've ruined the world.
Freaking this guy, too bad he doesn't have a name because it's great. He writes, I hope Opie didn't wear the sweats, the in capital letters.
The sweats.
I didn't wear the sweats. I only wear that to yoga class when the lady gets behind me, and I know it's just really just not a good place for her to be.
You should ask them to take it easy, though, dude. You can always say, like,
I didn't know what to do because then I'm thinking it's going to be a waste of time if I tell them to take it easy because these guys are trained, and I'm figuring I do a lot of working out, and my muscles needed to be put back in their proper place.
And so did his.
So I'm like, I don't know if I don't think you get what
sure.
what you could get from one of those if you tell them to take it easy.
I asked.
It was fucking painful, dude. Just imagine you're like, there's no muscle or skin really on the shin bone, and he's digging.
Ow.
You know that feeling where it's just digging right on the bone?
Yeah, I would.
It fucking hurt.
Why massage that?
I would have asked for less. I got a massage when I was away in Portland, and the woman was she was like 6 foot. She was a big girl, not fat, just tall and strong. I had to keep going. A little lower, a little lighter. I'll tell anybody, fucking lighter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey,
what are you doing?
Eric from Virginia Tech. Hey, what makes you think he wasn't disappointed? He was hoping for a white chick, too.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Where the white women at?
You're probably right. But I was just thinking about myself. Fuck what he's thinking.
a massage from a Negro.
Was he as big as Wendy Williams? Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Wendy,
Wow.
We saw Wendy Williams. She's a big girl.
Damn.
Kind of sexy with that bikini video.
I
she
don't
made.
disagree.
Kind of sexy.
I think she is sexy.
I hate to say that because we beat her up a little bit, but that video about a month ago of her getting out of the pool in a tiny bikini, holy shit. She would break your dick.
She is?
She's on the new season of Dancing with the Stars. They got Wendy Williams, too?
Yeah, they announced it yesterday.
I know they got Chris Jericho, and he doesn't announce it on our show. Thanks, Chris. Really appreciate it. Could one friend of the fucking show, like, do a big announcement for us?
Anytime they do that, they probably told, look, we're not putting the press release out yet, so don't say anything.
Yeah, they did a whole, like, special, like, on TV announcing it. Like,
yeah, they're
really
not going to fucking blurt it out here.
You're probably not allowed to. I mean, contractually,
I
they probably
guess.
make you promise not to.
Yeah.
Kirsten Alley's on it, too.
Good news. We got other guys that were massaged by big black guys. AJ in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Reginald Denny. Got a face massage
course he
with
did.
a toilet bowl.
Yeah. Yo, you want a Thai massage? I'll use the sink, motherfucker. Yo, you got some knots. Give me that brick. I'll get them knots out.
He does a little dance. I love his little dance after he clobbers him with the brick.
Yeah, does a little dance.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of dance it was. It could have been Irish.
I'm seconds away from turning off my Twitter. Still smoking rights. Did the large unruly stretch your asshole?
He's got to work the sphincter muscle.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with those rough hands.
That one really hurts.
Smelled like cocoa butter because he lotioned his hands before he came in.
What do we got? Where are we at? Oh, yeah. AJ, go ahead.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey.
Hey, brother.
Hey, I had this kind of the same situation happen. My wife and I were on vacation down in Naples, Florida, and she had this, it was some kind of, win something at work or whatever.
Oh.
Options you could do, so she chose a massage. Well, we're sitting in the waiting room, and her chick comes out, and she's like, oh, okay, give me 5 minutes, and I'll be with you. And I'm like, oh, okay, now it'll be my turn next. So then the dude comes out, this big, black, looked like Ving Rhames with this big old soft fingers comes out.
Ving Rhames.
And he's like, Jason, I'm gonna be ready for you in 5 minutes. So anyway, it turned out I think that that was my first massage, so I don't know, but I think it probably was better because the dude's hands were like fucking softball mitts. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good.
Some little chick. Some little Asian chick is working her little bony fingers on me. I don't know if that would be as.
They're good too, though. The Asian women are very good.
I wanted to
They
say,
use their feet, though, right?
huh?
Don't they use their feet? They like stand on you and shit with the Asian chicks.
Depends where you go. Yeah, they have all sorts of types. This guy was digging into my fucking feet. It hurts so fucking much.
Was it Tony Rocky Horror? Give you a foot massage?
I wanted to say to the people.
Any muscle from bones or anything like that on me, but I think it was a good situation. But I'm punching out, boys.
All right. I wanted to say, could you at least give me the fat chick? I'll take the fat chick.
True. Yeah, fat chick over the black guy.
I'll take the fat chick. Someone's got to take the fat chick. I'll have the fat chick.
I would be so uncomfortable laying there and having a big black guy massaging me. No.
I'm not going to lie to you. It was uncomfortable.
No. I would be very uncomfortable
I
there.
tried to go to a deeper place.
Did you?
Yeah, I really tried.
Was your massage okay? No, man. It was pretty fucking far from okay.
He just wanted to help stretch those muscles and get medieval in your ass.
Yeah. And massage you with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. Here's the music that was playing. Let me put in your ball gag.
Knead out those glutes. Did you notice, like, when he had an elbow by the glutes, that his breath was, like, brushing along the ass hairs?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy just goes, yeah.
I'd be up on my elbows with my iPhone looking at my favorite website. See if he looks in and sees, something Mania.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Mike in Hoboken. Mikey, keep the music on.
I was in Belize on my honeymoon, and I had actually thrown my back out on this trip to the Mayan ruins. And on the way back, the tour company made a stop at this resort, and it's actually where they filmed Temptation Island. So I thought I'd get a massage to work out my back, and they put me in this little sweat room, And after I'm in there, I have my bathing shorts on, and then this little, he must have been 4'5" Mexican dude with a mullet. He just comes in the room and he's like, "Please, sir, remove your shorts, please." And after, I made him get out before I took my shorts off, and he starts massaging me. He tried to massage my ass. He tried to give me a reach around. I had to get up and leave the place. I was like, "I'm done, dude. Get the fuck out of here."
Give me a rusty trombone.
Disgusting.
I love that you threw out your back coming back from the Mayan
The Mayan ruins.
That's really awful. That's a great visual. Thank you, sir. Let me go to the Middle East, or TJ was in the Middle East. TJ, Jersey.
Good morning, boys. I was out in the Middle East on a 2-year deployment with the Navy, played rugby out there, and the only way to get a proper massage out in town due to the local laws is it has to be guy on guy, girl on girl. So I went to a nice hotel to get a massage, and this big Russian dude, like friggin' Drago from Rocky IV, comes out and fucking broke me. And at one point during the massage, Enya's playing in the background and the candles are lit, and I felt him sweat, and it dropped on the small of my back.
That would fucking creep me out.
That's no good, man.
And that was it, and I kind of said thanks and see you later. But I think the best masseuses are going to be this weekend. It's Saturday at the Wellmont Theater in Montclair, seeing Jimmy Norton.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
An excellent plug.
That was very good.
I'm not even going to mention my CD coming out next week. It's not important.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it comes out the 7th.
Ooh.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Very good CD, by the way.
Thank you.
Finally tracked through it.
Oh, did you hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're not even going to mention it?
I'm a very bad plugger.
Oh. Wow.
I'm a very bad plugger.
You guys want to play Charlie Sheen or The Ultimate Warrior?
Enough of the laughing baby.
Wow, what happened?
Well, it's adorable.
Uncle Paul.
I'll tell you, do you want to stop him laughing? It ain't hard.
You really?
Yeah.
You can start him crying real fast?
Yeah, they sound the same almost. Tickle, tickle. You give him turkey foot and he laughs.
Oh, I hate turkey foot.
You do. When put the foot in your mouth, you make turkey noises.
Oh, his feet just smell like fucking old bad breath and cigarettes.
Smell like cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
You know how you have those awful things that you think, like those words that are stuck in your head?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought of this one. I think my mom said it when I was like,
oh no, what is it? Oh no.
When I would fart. I think she said, someone said someone made a bubble when I was a kid. I like someone made a bubble, but I'll actually think that. I never realized I think that, but not in that. It's a really weird way I think it.
When do you think it?
No, when I fart. Not always. Once in a while, the thought I don't say it, but it just hits my head. It comes into my head, and I think it's from my mom. But I'll think someone made a bubble.
Why do you think
I don't know. I don't know.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Someone made a bubble.
No, someone made a bubble. I don't know why that creeps into my head.
That is really awful.
It's fucking horrendous.
Someone made a bubble.
No,
a bubble.
Someone made a bubble. And I don't know why, any more than I know where Minuzzo comes from.
A minuzzo.
Couple of Minuzzo.
I
forgot about Minuzzo.
Fuck.
You're a weirdo.
I do. Those things that creep into your head and you don't know where they started.
Yeah.
I thought that this morning, though, when I farted. I was like, ugh.
It's probably some old priest.
Yeah. Exactly. Why do I think the Apostles' Creed while I'm farting? My asshole hurts. Oh.
You want to try this Charlie Sheen or The Ultimate Warrior?
Certainly.
Yeah.
By the way, can I
work?
give myself credit for something?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this. I said that guy Dan Fogler had a Kinnison-esque scream. I had no idea. Somebody said that he's playing Kinnison in an HBO documentary of some
kidding.
sort. Yeah, I didn't know that. That was just a...
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that guy's going to be really big.
He's very good.
He was the standout in the movie, certainly.
Yeah.
Take Me Home Tonight. Just had Topher Grace in here today. He was definitely very cool.
Yeah.
And a new friend, I think. We made a new friend today.
It was very. He was very cool. I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth.
All right, here we go.
Whoop,
Is this Charlie Sheen or The Ultimate Warrior? I will. How are we going to do this? Just read it.
Have E-Rock read them or somebody read them.
Yeah, let's have somebody else read it.
Well, Eric can read them after we find out which the Ultimate Warrior is, he can always read them in his Ultimate Warrior impression.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
I like that a lot.
And who could do Charlie Sheen?
Eric.
Roland. Roland is great at Charlie
Roland
Sheen.
does it dead on.
Where's Roland?
So you know what? I'm gonna give Danny the answers, and I'm gonna go around the board while Eric comes in here to do his Ultimate Warrior impression.
Should all the guys be in there? Because then you could point to who has to say the line. You know what I mean?
Should all the guys be in here?
Or in there. If you guys are all together, that's easy too.
In there?
What do you think? Yeah, just everyone go in there. Or is it too small in there?
Yeah.
Then everyone come in here.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's do that.
Your excitement is mounting.
You want to see Eric like when he gets into character.
By the way,
yes.
By the way, for the people listening, this is such a throwaway bit. We're like,
no, this is
I know. All right, where's Roland? Should we take a break so we can get Roland here and set this up properly?
Sure.
No, we could play to break the terrific Troy Kwan song.
Oh man.
Or we could play the Charlie Sheen cocaine PSA.
Well, you know.
What's happening today? What's happening today?
Bertations.
There's Bertations all over the place. All right, we'll get
I'm
Roland.
just reading because someone said somebody did Charlie Sheen or Macho Man Randy Savage.
Really?
Yesterday.
Who did?
Toucher and Rich.
Ah, very good. We didn't know that.
Yeah, we're
doing Ultimate Warrior.
Bit Stealers.
None of us
It's the same guy though that's saying that.
Oh shit, we're bit stealers.
Bit stealer, yeah.
Fuck.
How about fucking? How about you're bounced?
Oh shit.
How about I bounce you right out of here? Huh?
That's not nice, Ant.
I know.
We'll play Charlie Sheen or the Ultimate Warrior after the break, but first this.
Every year, thousands of people die of cocaine use. We call those people losers. Actor Charlie Sheen knows all about the positive effects cocaine can have on your life.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning, you know, and just winning every second.
Cocaine can put you in touch with your emotions.
My motto now is you either love or you hate, and you must do so violently. I don't live in the middle anymore. That's where you get slaughtered. That's where you get embarrassed in front of the prom queen.
Think you need AA? Nah. Cocaine will make you sharp enough to fix it yourself.
Debate me on AA right now. I have a disease? Bullshit. I cured it with my brain, with my mind. I'm cured. I'm done. There it is.
Cocaine will improve your spelling tenfold.
S-H-I-T.
You may even meet your soulmate.
I'm going to hang out with these two smoking hotties and fly privately around the world. You know, it might be lonely up here, but I sure like the view.
So try cocaine today. Hey, Thomas Jefferson did it.
Well, I'm not Thomas Jefferson. He was a pussy.
Thanks, Charlie.
Pure and complete gnarlyisms. Losers winning. Bye-bye.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony on the Virus. Sirius XM.
God's honest truth. All right, we're going to play Charlie Sheen or the Ultimate Warrior in a few minutes.
Yes.
We don't really have the audio of...
which is a shame.
What happened?
Kenny just barged in and looked with this face that was just blank and stark, and then walked back out.
Looking for Jimmy?
I think so.
Jimmy will be back in a few minutes.
Jimmy had to go wee-wees, I think.
Little wee-wee happening. So we're going to have E-Rock play the Ultimate Warrior, and we're going to have Roland play Charlie Sheen. Actual quotes we're going to read here, and then we got to figure it out, and you can play along at home who said it.
Because they're both, kind of crazy.
Right. And then E-Rock will certainly do his great Ultimate Warrior impression.
Oh, yeah.
And Roland does a fucking spot-on Charlie Sheen. Wait till you hear this.
Yeah, it's exactly like him. He's fooled people on the phone before with that impression.
Yes, he has.
Oh, yeah.
And we could set up the whole bit with the Troy Kwan song, which is just terrific.
Yes!
I mean, this is a perfect bit. Forming in front of our eyes.
I got all scared that you weren't going to play it when you didn't play it.
I love this break.
How do you not play the Troy Kwan song?
We want listeners, right?
I mean, right, we do. Where's Troy?
You got to get him in here, right?
Oh, God.
I want to give him some more accolades on his fine song.
It's like the same way Alex Jones was psyched that he had Charlie Sheen on his show.
Yes.
We're psyched that we, like, a lot of news places might be like, oh, the Charlie Sheen story is hot, but you got to hear this song.
Yes.
Troy, I got to tell you.
You're feeling it, right?
The song is fucking terrific.
It took a little while, right?
Just wanted to compliment you.
It
once
grows
again.
on you.
It really does.
Thanks, dude.
What do you want to say to Troy about the song, Ed?
It's a song.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like I'm not even sure if it really is though.
Yeah. Sounds like a #1 hit tune.
Hit tune.
Right? It's a little swing blade for you.
Exactly, that's great. Sounds like a #1 hit tune.
The only thing that concerns me is that Jim is also, he told me that he loves this song, and oh good, he's back.
Jim, you're back just in time for the Troy Kwan song.
Oh,
and I know you're a big fan.
See,
what do you want to tell Troy about his song? He's right behind you there.
It was good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. He knows how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It was funny. We got, it was good.
Rhythmic.
What was the inspiration?
I just love Charlie Sheen. This is great.
Everyone does. So,
Yeah.
so what went into making this?
Well, I was working on the PSA that you played earlier on Sunday night.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of clips. There was there was such a wealth of material that I didn't want to let it go to waste. Yes. And I had put something together. I just kind of thrown it together. And I played it for Sam yesterday, and I'm like, should I turn this in? He's like, yeah, go ahead, turn it in. So I did.
Why would you ask Sam?
You went to Sam.
Usually,
Anyone but Sam.
Sam has been a pretty good judgment of like, hey, maybe you should tweak this a little bit. But he was like, no, it's great. Turn it in.
Now, Sam, what were you thinking when you first heard this?
I was thinking this is a song that's going to make for a good segment on the radio.
A good segment on the radio. So,
I don't understand what the problem is. Like, it's a song. It promotes. You discuss it afterwards. You could. You could have it. It definitely it gives you an opinion. It's not something that you're left going. What was that? It's like, okay, I have an opinion on this, and let's go with this. That just makes for good talk radio.
You know what I like? The best part of it, honestly, is that you can hear every clip because you're not like laughing and getting all in the way.
You got complete focus.
Yeah. Because sometimes, you laugh and you miss some of the words, and you got to listen again.
I feel like when we did the "We Are the World" song, some of the stuff was missed because, you guys were like, "Oh, that's really good," and while you were saying that,
there was another line.
Yeah.
And so in this song, you would never say that, so you'd hear everything.
The studio falls deathly silent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when it ends.
Oh.
You like that part?
Why? Because it gives you a chance to discuss it?
Reflect and discuss.
Exactly.
Thank
you, Sam. Yes.
Well,
I'm having birtations today, so I'm glad you're here to explain what I mean.
Yeah. The cool thing is, though, it was like in a situation like this where everybody's making fun of things and laughing, it was really cool to have a dramatic piece made.
Yeah.
Like something that was serious.
Before you...
Very
Troy,
poignant.
was it intended to be dramatic?
Of course it's open for interpretation. I mean, take it however you want, really.
Open for interpretation.
Yes.
Sure. I like, too, that there are people who haven't heard it yet. And, yesterday, you just put it on cold because I hadn't told you anything about it. And today, it's got more of an introduction.
Yeah.
People are kind of like, oh, I got to hear this now.
And it sets up the big bit, Charlie Sheen or The Ultimate Warrior.
Right. Well, this is like the theme song to the bit.
Yes, it is.
Right. Yeah.
I'm an F-18, bro.
That's right. Without further ado, here's Troy Kwan's Charlie Sheen
thing.
Yeah, what is it called?
I'm an F-18, bro.
Is it a song? Is it a comedic piece?
What was the thing you said about college radio before we were off the air?
Oh, boy, is he hanging you out to dry.
I don't remember what it was.
Who said what?
I didn't say
Obi said something about college radio.
No, I didn't say that.
I forget exactly.
That.
I forget the quote entirely. Something about this song in college radio. I don't remember.
Well, what I was thinking, Sam, was I could have used this piece when I was getting massaged yesterday.
And you just...
because you want to relax.
Okay.
Maybe sleep a little bit.
I got it. Nothing that'll get you tense and laughing. And...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it just sounded like it might have been handed in by someone in college radio. I might have. No, I didn't say that, Sam. What are you talking
Well,
about?
like I said, I mean, I leave it open to Sam to be the filter. He's so funny, such a funny guy that he can really say, hey, this is great for the radio, or maybe you should hold on to this. But he said it was go, and that's what we did.
And I mean, day 2 of discussing it, I still have yet to be proven wrong, I guess. It's makes for great radio.
We're talking about it.
Exactly.
What category, though?
It's
is
open
it a
to your
song
interpretation.
or is it a comedic piece?
I just wanted to. I was just fucking around with something that I had, and I used.
You
the
just
clips.
thought it was interesting that there was all these Charlie Sheen clips.
Exactly.
That's all.
I love Charlie. Couldn't get enough of them.
You're like Radiohead. You like to confuse everybody.
Yeah.
It's like Charlie Sheen was talking, and there was no music under it.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Put some music.
Boom, right there.
Did you make the music?
Huh?
Did you make the music?
No, I just used the bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Hence the college radio
Oh,
comparison.
jeez. Well,
I used to slap things together too, man.
I mean, I think he took a little more effort into. You know.
I was open flying. This was kind of like a college radio.
Like
thing.
he just threw it together, like somebody who's just kind of learning, doesn't really know at all what he's
All
doing.
right, Sam.
Well, that's what, because college radio is not. I mean, nobody knows what they're doing.
I thought you meant like when someone handed it in from college radio that it was like an intern that went from the professional in the recording studio, and he said, "Hey, take this to the studio," and then the intern college guy brought it to you because the guy in the production studio is so busy making good stuff he can't possibly run it over himself.
What Opie was saying, and this isn't me, I don't know, but what Opie was saying was that the person who made it is the one who's in college radio, that they don't know what they're doing yet at all. Like, they have no clue. They've never done anything like this before, so it wouldn't...
Troy's handed in some fine pieces so far.
Like this one?
Well, everything can't be a banger. You know what I mean? You gotta.
This is an album cut. It's not a single.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like we were talking about the Beatles yesterday. They did Revolution 9. You know what I mean? It's not their finest work, but it's still.
You're comparing this to Revolution 9.
It's a piece of their catalog, you know?
So you're comparing it to the Beatles.
That's fair.
Revolution 9, yes.
Revolution 9.
Okay.
So
So
it's
it's
fair.
like
Not
It's
long
not,
and
it's
winding
not
road
Let It Be,
Beatles.
all right?
as good as the
But-
Beatles.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone's screaming, just fucking play it.
Everybody's ready. Everybody's excited.
All right,
This is
you're
what
ready.
we were looking for, building anticipation.
That's right. What is this called?
I'm an F-18, bro.
You know, they lay down with their ugly wives in front of their ugly children and just look at their loser lives, and then they look at me and they say, I can't process it. Well, no, and you never will. Stop trying. Just sit back and enjoy the show. I'm an F-18, bro. Just sit back and enjoy the show. I'm an F-18, bro. Enjoy the show. Newsflash, I am special, and I will never be one of you. This is me not on drugs, bro. I will destroy you in the air, and I will deploy my ordnance to the ground. The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning. You know, the first one's free, the next one goes in your mouth. Just sit back and enjoy the show. I'm an F-18, bro. Just sit back and enjoy the show. I'm an F-18, bro. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Oh wait, can't process it. Losers winning. I'm an F-18, bro. Bye-bye.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm an F-18, bro.
You know, enjoy the show and F-18, bro, rhyme. I don't know if you guys picked up on it. That
Where did that music come? Like, why'd you choose that music?
Well, like I said, I was working on the PSA that you guys played earlier, and I had pulled that bed for something else, and I was like, oh, I didn't use these pieces. Let's just use these and have some fun with it. That's all.
So what happened to the fun part?
No, I mean, that's where some of the higher-up producers should probably, you know, filter it out.
Oh,
I mean, and I know Danny's going to take that as an insult, but I only played it for Sam, so.
No, I mean, that's true.
Yeah, but
Obviously,
you said higher-up producers.
He did say that.
Well, he's a
damn.
producer. I'm not I'm not at the producer level. I only played it for him, so how would that be your problem?
I think, you know.
Fair question.
No, he's right. And I mean, I didn't know. Maybe I was confused about what he was asking. He said, would this be good on the air? And I've enjoyed both today and yesterday's segments on it.
Yeah.
So I would say it's good on the air.
Good.
Danny, do you feel like he's blaming
I
you
think,
guys?
yeah.
No, I think Sam did his job absolutely 100% correctly in bringing this to you.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Boy, did he fucking set you up.
That's all right.
No, I didn't. Because it's not fair that Troy, he's stuck on the phones. He doesn't his voice doesn't get to be heard. And this is, you know, what do you mean?
I mean, what?
Because you said thank God.
Because he does such a good job on the phone.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He does a good job on the phone.
My
so you
mic
don't
was
want-
on. Why wouldn't it be? We're on the air.
You got the button right in front of you. You didn't turn it on.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Because I like the Patrice songs.
Troy does his thing.
So I figured this is
Troy's
a nice...
All right, are we ready for Charlie Sheen or The Ultimate Warrior? Thank you, Troy Kwan. Troy Kwan.
There he goes.
Now doing Beatles stuff for the radio show.
Well,
Revolution 9.
he said it's as good as the Beatles.
Yeah, this is exactly.
Where did that music come from?
It was a nice juxtaposition.
It almost sounded like a
Excellent
sideways
music.
version of the Star Wars Cantina music.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
like
okay.
a
Now you got it.
sideways version of it.
Can we lift the clip where he says, just sit back and enjoy the show and throw it on our intro? My goal is to have a 4-hour intro.
You mean just tack it onto the intro you already have?
Just
keep
slowly but
new
surely.
shit
Just
on.
keep pasting shit on, man.
That'd be perfect.
Can you guys squeeze that in?
I don't see why not.
And the affected version that he has here. Just sit back and enjoy the show. That could maybe be right before enough of the palaver, or should we do enough of the palaver and then that?
No, enough of this palaver's got to be the last thing.
Last thing, all right, right before enough of the palaver.
Worked. But I'll say this: good thing I brought that to the show.
And let me know how long the intro is up to right now. It's got to be 3 minutes at least.
Whatever it is, it's not nearly long enough.
All right, good.
No,
Let's just keep pasting onto it.
With ecstasy or without?
And what time do we start the intro? Shut up.
It's great.
All right, now Iraq's going to let us know. All right, with ecstasy. That's fair enough.
With ecstasy.
With ecstasy.
And the worst stuff?
No.
What worse stuff? What worse stuff?
Come on, it's great.
With ecstasy, the current intro, we are at 5 minutes and 6 seconds.
That's the intro of the show.
That's nothing.
All right, and then we're going to add this little clip.
It should be at least 7.
I'm thinking.
Really should. That would round it out.
Yeah.
Nice even number.
Nice even 10 would be
I mean,
good.
percentage-wise.
What if we just?
Yeah.
What if we just? What if we just added Troy's song in its entirety to the intro?
Just the sit back and enjoy the show. And then enough of this palaver, and then we start the show.
But it seems like, no, wait, hold on. If we do that, though, there's a lot of...
Shut up, Jimmy.
Okay. I'm just saying there's a lot of show that we're just not doing. We're just playing.
Oh, look at that. The W1 governor is revealing a 2-year plan to...
That's Wisconsin.
Cut the-
It's WI.
What?
It's Wisconsin. It's the abbreviation.
Oh, I thought it said W1 governor.
It's an I.
Oh, my mistake. Sorry.
Someone's saying we don't even do palaver since the Stacy Keach thing started.
Really?
Well, that's another addition.
So now we got to add the palaver.
Palaver's got to go back.
Because that's a staple. And then we got to add the Charlie Sheen thing, because that's a new staple.
We should put Bertation in there.
And we should probably put Bertation somehow.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
work on that.
I like that you're admitting that you don't listen to the intro of the show since you're just finding out that certain elements.
We're too busy talking.
There have honestly been times.
Guess who else couldn't answer that question?
We're too busy preparing.
There have honestly been times where we've been sitting here talking, and Opie goes, "Oh shit!" hits the button, and like the music is playing, Rage is playing.
Show's on.
Time to fucking do the show.
We run a tight ship around here.
Yeah, very tight.
Yeah, right. More like a ship that's in the ocean.
He said ship.
We're stalling because where's Roland? He's got to play Charlie Sheen. Is he back there yet?
I don't know.
I thought we found him. No?
I'll tell you where I hope Roland is. Somehow clutching his chest on the floor, hoping someone sees him.
Here comes Roland.
Oh, no.
Rolling.
There he is. He was such a skinny boy.
He's juicing. He's lost weight.
Has he?
He was over last night juicing.
Juicing.
And he got to see my kids spit up on me.
Oh, no, really?
Roland, how great was the kid last night?
Spit up on him?
He was fussy.
Yeah.
Fussy?
It took us 2.5 hours.
Was your kid fussy?
He really was fussy last night. He was a pain in the ass, quite frankly. And I told Anthony, and got to say this carefully, but you kind of understand when parents shake their kids. I would never do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I would never do
but
that.
I understand.
But it's kind of the Chris Rock OJ thing.
Yeah.
But I understand. You kind of understand. You lose your mind.
Like just shaking a baby.
He was a bit fussy last night, right?
Yeah, then when he's quiet, he climbs everywhere.
Really?
He leans up against the windows, and I'm about 400 to 500 feet up in the sky.
That's all right.
I'm hoping the windows are in place nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check that out.
No kidding. But I gave him a spoonful of food, and at that moment he decided he needed to sneeze. It went fucking everywhere.
That's hilarious.
Okay, I thought he's like spit up like puked on you.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't puke as much.
He sneezed with a mouthful of food.
It went fucking everywhere.
Why did he cover his mouth? He's
almost 10 months old.
That is a panicky moment when you're eating something and you just put something in your mouth and you realize, oh my God, I'm going to sneeze. And there's that race to get the food down your gullet before you sneeze it all over the place.
Or to get something you could sneeze into at least. So, yeah, you're right.
Because it's just a wreck.
And then Take Me Home Tonight took us 2.5 hours to watch. It's an hour and a half movie. This is what you got to deal with as a parent.
You got to keep pausing.
This is stuff the parents out there can relate to.
Did you like
keep
that, Roland?
pausing.
Did you like stopping the movie?
It's the greatest birth control I've seen in my life. Like,
go,
holy
Roland,
God, I never want to do this.
I'm like, Roland, you sure you don't want one of these?
You have to pause and then hold it and say, la, 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 la.
And you're just looking at the paused screen like, oh, fuck.
And then not only that, I'm like, Roland, I didn't even listen the last 5 minutes. Can we go back?
Oh, no.
Roland's never coming over again.
Just
he's just never coming over.
When the movie's playing, you have to be quiet because now it's not moving. Or if you lift your head, the kid turns his head.
Oh,
you have
really?
to hide.
You got to hide from the child so you can watch the movie.
And we should have invited Jimmy. I didn't know you were going to watch the movie last night.
Oh, that's right.
I should have fucking called you at least. Oh, no, I knew why. No, because we knew you were interviewing
Lemmy.
Or was that earlier in the day?
We did Lemmy earlier, but we didn't know it was going to be earlier until yesterday.
Yeah, because I saw that you tweeted a picture as you were interviewing him. But
I love him.
All right, hey, you're going to play Charlie Sheen, all right, Roland?
Okay.
And E-Rock's over there? Mm-hmm. And Travis, you're going to read it straight, right?
Yeah.
All right, Travis is going to read it straight. Then we have to kind of decide if it's Charlie Sheen or The Ultimate Warrior, and then they will give the answer in their impressions of the people.
Right.
Okay, Travis, if you will, the first one.
The first one. I will look at you, and you will realize then that I have come to do no one no harm.
Once again, please.
Jeopardy. Is this match game?
It's match game. Match game 74, I think.
You want Jeopardy?
No, I like that. Wow. That's actually the music I hear in my head.
Hey, everybody. Snappy toe tap and touch tones.
Blank-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah.
All right. Say it again, Travis.
Blank-a-doodle-doo.
I will look at you, and you will realize then that I have come to do no one no harm.
It's Charlie Sheen. Because Ultimate Warrior just wants to do harm to everyone.
Does it? Does he? I mean, because I'm thinking Ultimate Warrior.
Give me a pen. We'll keep track.
I'm thinking Ultimate
Do we even
Warrior.
have a pen in this place?
Probably not.
Oh, we really suck. You got a pen over there, Jimmy?
I do.
Is that the one you put in your ass?
No, I
last
never
week?
put pen. No. That's some thick marker.
All right, let's get some answers, boys. I say the Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
You're going Ultimate Warrior? I mean, I said Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I'm going Ultimate Warrior.
It's going Ultimate.
I'll go Charlie.
Two Charlies and...
Let's say it again. What is it?
I will look at you, and you will realize then that I have come to do no one no harm.
Ultimate Warrior. I'm going to say Warrior.
I'm going Warrior.
Because of the look at you line.
Okay. So now what?
Now I'll tell you who said it.
Okay.
Well, no, the voice just says it. Because these guys do great impressions of the characters.
Oh, okay, so then I guess I kind of just got to point to one of them.
Yeah, well,
they don't know who said it.
Okay.
Okay, so where's Eric?
All right.
Damn it.
Am I doing current Warrior or am I doing like old 80s Warrior? Because right now he's really tame and nothing.
You're cutting a promo. It's the Warrior.
Why is Roland laughing?
A method actor.
It's the old, like, fucking,
the cycle one.
This one.
You can mix it up because we know the newer one.
Oh, that's true.
All right. Go ahead. E-Rock.
I will look at you, and you will realize that I have come to do no one no harm.
Oh, man. That was dead on. So me and Jimmy?
Yeah.
Opie?
Yeah.
Sorry
Already
about
behind.
that.
That's great. All right, what's the next one? Just point to the guy, though, so it's a nice surprise for everybody out there. They'll know by the great impressions who actually said the line.
Sure.
The next one? Don't have an orgasm on me, honey. Save it for later.
Where's that one?
Number 8.
I'm assuming we're not going to do all 18, so I'm
Of
just
course
trying to
not.
like
I'm
that
guessing
up.
Charlie. That's Charlie.
Yeah, I'm going Charlie.
Yeah, I'm going Charlie
To a
Sheen.
female reporter of some
Charlie
sort.
across the...
Charlie Sheen.
Across the board. The answer?
Don't have an orgasm on me, honey. Save it for later.
God, is that a perfect Charlie?
Wow.
Perfect Charlie Sheen.
That is...
I in no way pointed to Roland.
Oh. I'm blind.
Wait, was that Warrior?
I was about to say it, and Roland just starts talking.
Oh,
How do
That was Warrior?
Daddy pointed at you.
I don't know. I just saw fingers. I thought,
What are you doing?
You're not even close to E-Rock.
What are you, a pack of Fruit Loops?
Oh, Chip.
All right.
Damn, how did you screw that up? All right, Warrior, could we hear the line?
Don't have an orgasm on me, honey. Save it for later.
Anthony Josh in Philly writes, instead of game, could we listen to Troy's song again?
Yeah, I thought that was coming.
This game is fucking stinkaroo. This game is stinkola.
Like I said for the meeting today.
They like Tank Hankerus doing the voices, though.
How can we pump this one up, Jimmy?
You can't.
By fucking taking these papers and throwing them out.
Putting them in a shredder.
Exactly. Reading transcripts from the Yates trial. More amusing.
Well, let's try one more.
Let's say one more.
One more,
yeah,
Travis,
three.
please.
Three's a charm.
All right, let's get a good one here.
Yeah.
It's a rebirth of a madness. On that day, the skies are going to open, the seas are going to part, and the ground will shake with a thunder the world over.
See, you're trying to trick us. That's another Ultimate Warrior. It's going to be 3 Ultimate Warriors
That's the
in a row.
Warrior talking about... No, you know what? That's Charlie.
I'm going Charlie Sheen.
Charlie said that he's talking about something.
I'm going Charlie on that one.
All right. Travis?
Now we're pumping it out.
It's a rebirth of madness. On that day, the skies are going to open, the seas are going to part, and the ground will shake with a thunder the world over.
Well, we screwed that up.
No.
You got it?
I got it.
All right,
we got a tie game.
Me and Jimmy.
Which forces us to continue playing.
Oh, God.
Oh, good.
Are you ready for the next one?
We got a tie game. We got
Someone's throat is bothering him after 2 Warrior impressions.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You all right? A little reflux?
We'll see how it does with the next
Yeah,
one. I have to do here.
good. Let's keep playing.
You never know. It might be Charlie Sheen this time.
Could be.
Let's go. It's a tie game. We just need to get a winner and we'll move on.
The family that I live for only breathes the air that smells of combat.
Jesus.
I'm saying...
wow, I don't know this one.
I'm saying Charlie Sheen. I'm going Charlie.
I think it's Bill Tetley.
Bill Tetley
That's
again?
my guess.
You're going Charlie Sheen?
Yeah. Jimmy?
I'm going to go with Ultimate Warrior because I want E-Rock to keep doing Ultimate Warrior.
Opie?
I got to go Ultimate Warrior. So if it's Charlie Sheen, we'll win the big game.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Then? Hands out of the game.
E-Rock.
The family that I live for only breathes the air that smells of combat.
How's the throne?
It's not good.
So, me.
Hands out.
You guys.
Hold on, I want to play again.
This is also the biggest workout E-Rock has had in 6 months.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Did you miss your time away from this place, E-Rock?
Not at all.
Let's do another one.
Yeah?
Okay, you want to do one more?
Well, we got to get a winner. It's
yeah,
between me
sure.
and Jimmy now.
Jim, do you have
Yeah,
one
I'm out.
that you're looking at specifically?
No, I'm not sure. You hold on. Hold on.
I mean, I have one if you do.
Hold on. You pointed. Okay, yeah, but you do one.
Your jaw would hit the floor if I revealed the identity of the corporate and mainstream bigwigs and hotshots who write me in secrecy, privately cheering me on, sweating and panting at the thought of just once having the balls to tell the ones they work with, and even the ones they have to live with, that they don't give a fuck what they think.
Wow, that's a long one.
I don't know. Corporate, huh? Hold on.
I'm going Ultimate Warrior.
I could save a lot of time here if I just say Charlie Sheen, then we get a winner.
But
I'm going to go Ultimate Warrior.
All right,
I want to win
Warrior.
this thing.
Oh, there's the music. Wow. You guys got it. E-Rock?
Warrior says, your jaw.
No. This is an old school clip.
Come on.
Old school clip.
Your jaw would hit the floor if I revealed the identity of the corporate and mainstream bigwigs and hotshots who write me in secrecy, privately cheering me on, sweating and panting at the thought of just once having the balls to tell the ones they work with, and even the ones they have to live with, that they don't give a fuck what they think.
Wow, that was the Warrior.
Very impressive.
That was the Warrior.
How's the voice?
It's there.
Oh, God.
Tie game. How are we
Wow.
going to end this?
I guess we should try another one.
Okay.
One more clip.
All
All
right.
right, yeah, maybe we can end it this way.
All right, let's go.
Sorry, I'm trying not to cough in the mic.
Cough, it's funny. Who cares?
Gives a fuck. Why?
Yeah.
Why be funny? Right?
Yeah, what are we?
What are we? NPR.
All right, one more.
Okay. Do your own damage control. I've no ear for your begging anymore. Only if you were on fire would I help you. It'd just be too hard to resist pissing on you.
Shit, man.
That's
that could
gotta
go either
be.
way. Charlie Sheen or the Ultimate Warrior.
Wow.
We have to figure this out.
What do you think?
Down to me and Jim. Damage control. I'm thinking Charlie Sheen. I'm gonna go. It's too obvious. It looks like Charlie Sheen, so I'm going Ultimate Warrior.
Wow.
You know what?
I thought you would totally go Sheen on
I
that.
was going to go Sheen.
Yeah, Travis is trying to trick us. It's obvious.
It's Warrior.
Warrior? All right, let's see who this is. Sheen or Warrior? Oh, no, it's Warrior.
Wait, I don't think that's
E-Rock?
right.
Yes, it is. It's from SummerSlam.
E-Rock?
It is from
It's from
SummerSlam?
SummerSlam 91.
It says do your damage control.
That's right.
Do your own damage control! I have no ear for your begging anymore. Only if you were on fire would I help you. It'd just be too hard to resist pissing on you.
He snorts a lot.
Yeah.
This is a great game.
It's terrific. Still a tie.
I guess we better go with one more.
Need a tiebreaker. We're in sudden death.
All right.
All right, this one should be easy. We should have a
Okay.
clear-cut winner here.
Okay.
All
good,
right.
good, good.
What you mean is that you will never know... Wait, I'm sorry, let me start again.
Please.
Gotta be clear.
Travis.
What you mean is that you know will never become famous, but in your dreams, when you fantasize that you might one day, you would want to have the confidence and belief in the staying power and value of your product like I do mine.
Wow.
Shit,
I
this
think I
is Charlie
actually
Sheen, man.
I heard
Yep.
that on that TMZ interview.
Jimmy, it's to you, though.
I'm not going to say anything about
I'll
so
go
I
with
don't know.
Charlie.
Both
go
you
Charlie
guys
Sheen?
are going Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
It's obviously Charlie.
Oh, it's Warrior.
Survivor Series 89.
Oh, my God. You're still all tied up.
Damn it.
What you mean is that you never will... What you mean is that you know will never become famous. But in your dreams, when you fantasize that you might one day, you would want to have the confidence and belief in the staying power and value of product like I do mine.
All right.
I remember when Warrior did that.
Wow.
What was that? Where?
It was actually Survivor Series 89.
Oh, Survivor
Yeah.
Series 89.
See, that doesn't
That's right.
sound right.
No, I just watched it actually the other night, so I remember the promo very well.
Shit.
I take his word for it.
Anyone have a suggestion how we end this thing?
I say
we
one
end in
more.
a tie?
No. You
What?
can't because the listeners will be all pissed off.
We
They
got to
won't
keep
know who
going
won.
until we'll get it probably. Yeah, let's,
All right.
All right, next one. I'm going to hang on to them, and they're going to fuel my attack. and they're gonna fuel the battle cry of my deadly and dangerous and secret and silent soldiers because they're all around you.
Wow,
that's a trick. That's a tough one.
That's from TMZ.
You think so?
Yeah, that sounds exactly
That was
like
from the backyard
something you'd
interview
say.
with TMZ.
I agree.
So you're both saying Charlie Sheen?
Yep.
Yeah, let's
And
go
Opie,
Charlie.
yours?
That sounds like Charlie to me.
I don't want to
Charlie
lose this
Sheen.
game. It's Charlie Sheen.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh my God, it's Warrior.
It is Warrior.
I'm gonna hang on to them, and they're gonna fuel my attack, and they're going to fuel the battle cry of my deadly and dangerous and secret and silent soldiers, because they're all around you.
He actually said that right before defeating the Honky Tonk Man.
The Honky
That's
Tonk.
correct.
What
For
year?
the
The Honky Tonk
That was
Man.
around 1989. It was for the Intercontinental title.
89 was a big year for the Ultimate Warrior.
Huge.
Yeah. I remember that.
I mean, it's a very famous promo. I'm surprised.
I remember it, as a matter of fact.
You
yeah.
do. Okay.
Now that your soup's done, any suggestions?
Yeah, I know. I figured I'd let you two duke it out while I ate my soup.
Any suggestions? We're in a tie here.
And Roland
We're in
is
a
still ready to
standstill.
do his Charlie Sheen impression.
He sure is. He's
Whenever
he's
there's
charming.
a Charlie Sheen quote.
Fuck. How do we handle this?
I think you got to do one more clip.
Jimmy,
I don't disagree.
You're up for one more?
Sure. It's
Yeah.
getting tight
Are we
here.
running out of clips, Travis?
No, we got a few more. I really think we'll get a winner before this
good.
list is over.
Yeah.
All right,
Nah,
the
he's fine.
It's fine. Let me see that for a second.
Go to hell.
Oh, he's drinking water over there. He's trying to.
Should we combine two clips to make it more obvious, maybe? Or
If there's two clips by the same person.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, sure, I could do
Two
that.
clips.
Okay. Ready?
Sure.
Clearly, I have defeated this earthworm with my words. Imagine what I would have done with my fire-breathing fists. I embarrassed him in front of his children and the world by healing at a pace that his unevolved mind can't process.
Oh, boy.
Shit. I think that's Ultimate Warrior.
I don't disagree.
Really? I thought that.
What? What part?
I mean, healing. Talking about healing.
Yeah,
that
healing.
Really
He
sounds
said
like
that.
At a pace that his unevolved mind cannot process.
And Charlie Sheen's always saying shit about how,
Right.
your mind isn't as good as his, and,
Yeah, but why would Travis make it so obvious? I'm going Ultimate Warrior. Final
you can
answer.
spin it that way.
Final answer, Jimmy.
I agree.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. You're right.
Warrior.
Clearly, I've defeated this earthworm with my words. Imagine what I would have done with my fire-breathing fists. I embarrassed him in front of his children and the world by healing at a pace that his unevolved mind cannot process.
Why are you calling it in? Why is E-Rock calling it in?
At the end, he really does
You don't really care about the show.
I mean, that was the Ultimate Warrior's famous promo returning at WrestleMania 8, obviously after an injury.
Right.
What year?
That was 92.
92?
Yeah, 92. And, you're not really giving it your all. I hear you yell at a couple of little points, but then you go down a little too low for too long.
Do you want to be here?
That's what he does.
You want to
Really?
be here?
Do you want to be here?
Doesn't sound like you want to be here.
Yeah, I can leave.
Where's the passion?
Where's the passion?
I know.
I mean, really.
Uh,
How we end this at? You know a little something
What's
about
this?
radio.
Is it still a tie game?
Yes, it's a tie game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know how to end it, but it doesn't adhere to the use of deadly physical force laws that are in place.
Should we combine two more again? Maybe make it a little easier?
It's a great idea, actually.
Why are you coughing?
I love
You
E-Rock's
okay?
cough.
Unrelated.
He goes unrelated.
Unrelated.
What do you have, tuberculosis? Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
I got a cough.
Stomach virus.
Oh, boy.
Has that...
The worst of it's
I
gone.
was going to say, has that curtailed your eating?
Actually, yes.
Because I like, when I get the flu, it's like, I call it the flu diet. You don't want to eat anything. Really?
Yeah, it was for the last 4 days.
What are you down to?
Oh, my
5?
God. Listen to his voice.
The last 4 days it was pretty much liquid, except Sunday when I tried to eat regular food, and it just flew out like Bosco. It was just
Oh, you puked it right up?
Really?
first 2 days it was puking, the rest just nonstop diarrhea. Doesn't stop.
Voice is scratchy.
Yeah.
What do you?
How'd you get a sore throat from a stomach virus?
No, that was from this.
Oh,
the cough is unrelated.
What are you down to? 5,000 calories a day?
Oh, jeez.
It's a lot of liquid.
Let's do another one. We gotta be careful. We have to be leery here of E-Rock's voice. Let's be careful.
What are we doing, Travis?
I'm going to combine two more because I really think that this will be the way that we get a winner.
And that's a 2-pointer, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be an undisputed winner.
Matter how many points? This could be 1,841 pointer. It's irrelevant. Or a half point.
Okay. If you love with violence and you hate with violence, there's nothing that can be questioned. You can kill me, but you do not have the right to judge me. I have closed my eyes, and in a nanosecond, I cured myself.
Yeah, that one you made it. You made it pretty easy.
It's Charlie
that time.
Sheen.
You made it pretty easy that time.
Wait.
Did you just have a thought?
It's Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
You both think it's Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
I do.
If I was still playing, I would say it too because I just heard that quote.
It's a 2-pointer, so
I'm
this
pretty
could be...
much.
No.
Oh, that was the warrior?
Are you serious?
That was the warrior?
Yes, it was.
If you love with violence and you hate with
Right, you tripped
violence.
on it. You gotta start over.
Yeah.
If you love with violence and you hate with violence, there's nothing that can be questioned. You can kill me, but you do not have the right to judge me. I have closed my eyes, and in a nanosecond, I cured myself.
Again, back from an injury.
That is a promo from Saturday Night's Main Event in
Saturday Night-
1988. He was fighting Ted DiBiase. Yeah.
Ted DiBiase?
That's right.
Ted the Hitman?
No, the $1 Million Man.
Oh, the $1 Million Man. Who was the Hitman?
That's Bret the Hitman.
Bret the Hitman Hart. It was the $1 Million Man.
Right.
And he had the manager. What was his name?
Virgil.
Virgil, who he did a
Manager.
signing.
Yes. And nobody
Alone
showed
at
up.
the table,
Yep.
and no one showed up.
Damn it. We could go with the wild card.
What's the wild card?
If the virus would do one punchline, I think we could all agree we can move on.
Well, that way the virus would be the winner.
Right, because
And the audience is the
Obviously-
loser.
Obviously,
that's happened already.
Obviously, we're stuck in a tie here.
Yep.
We're too good.
You
for
guys
this
are
game.
too good.
Too good for this game. Would you agree to do one fucking punchline
Sure,
virus?
if you want to be stuck without a punchline too, yeah.
Oh my God! Listen to that.
You ever get that voice? You ever get that voice where it's like this?
Hi, I'm Brenda Vaccaro.
There's so much going on in the news, though, with Charlie Sheen. It's like a cornucopia of punchlines.
Yes,
One
exactly.
punchline virus?
All the late
Cornucopia?
Say that again?
Cornucopia.
cornucopia.
Yuck.
What do you say? How do you say it?
I don't know.
You cornucopia.
It's a
I'll corn mine.
cornucopia.
No,
I would never
cornucopia.
attempt that word.
Not cornucopia. No one says it like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll take a survey on it.
You also put an H in costume.
Costume.
It's because of the U and the... I mean, it's not about me right now.
And you say
cornucopia.
backpack.
Backpack.
My backpack.
Cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Are we doing the virus today or no?
I think we should. Why not? He's here. Bring him in. He's good.
Yeah.
Could you,
E-Rock, you could get out of here. We bring the virus in.
yeah, could you go get the virus? Seriously.
I think Tank Hankerus should intro the virus.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, could you do that? That's some visual radio right
Let
there.
Tank Hankerus
That's
intro the
brilliant,
virus.
Anthony. Or could we have the Ultimate Warrior say goodbye and then Tank Hankers is kind of the MC of this whole fucking disaster?
Yeah, just kind of wing it, ad lib a little Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior
Quick
says
promo.
goodbye.
Leaving the mic.
Let me bring Tank Hankers back on for you. And then Tank Hankers says, hey, enjoying the show. Thanks to the Ultimate Warrior. And now we're going to bring in the virus. And then you come in as the virus.
Right.
It's perfect.
And
Got
nail
it?
a punchline.
And then you have to do a punchline.
Yeah, but it's easy because it's on a Charlie Sheen.
I bet you'll never
Everyone's
take
got one.
another fake sick day again, huh?
Next time I start throwing up, I'll just come right in here and do it.
Shock jock.
Do we have some... Do we have some music to bring all this together, you think? Well, we know the virus is music. We got that. I guess the Ultimate Warrior is leaving, so we start with the Ultimate Warrior music. And that'll fade out as Tank Hankers takes the stage again.
Yeah.
All right, you ready, E-Rock? Not yet. What's the
I
problem?
feel like Tank Hankerus' music should be something from Jock Jams.
Jock Jams would be good.
Like maybe
a little glitter. Gary Glitter. Rock and Roll Part, whatever it was.
Hey!
Something like that.
Yeah. All right, let's produce a fine segment for everybody out there.
Because you got to start with the Warrior.
Start with the Warrior saying, whatever.
Then Tank Hankerus is kind of he's the host.
Right, so he comes back on.
And then he would introduce the virus who's going to come out and do some kind of topical punchline.
Right.
One punchline.
Very good. All right.
You ready, E-Rock?
Yeah, E-Rock's ready. Okay.
And then we'll end with another cinnamon challenge.
Great idea.
After we rip his armpit hair out.
Warrior.
All right, here we go.
The oceans have parted, the mountains have crumbled, the skies are burning, my destiny has been achieved. The warrior's reign is supreme. The warrior bids you goodbye.
Wow. That's a good one. Holy shit. And now Tank Hankerus is coming in up to the mic. He's got to adjust the mic a little bit from the Warrior.
This has to be smooth. We're not supposed to be saying shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior, you got to start over. The Ultimate Warrior does his thing.
Start over again.
Because you're just standing there. And then you grab the mic as Tank Hankerus thanking the Warrior for his fine radio. And then, are you guys ready for the virus?
Yeah.
And then you bring in the virus.
We shouldn't have to narrate. This should stand on its own.
Nothing.
You're
Exactly.
right. Okay, so...
Sorry, Travis.
Here's the Warrior. All right. Warrior?
The oceans have parted, the mountains have crumbled, the skies are burning, my destiny has been achieved. The warrior's reign is supreme. The warrior bids you goodbye. Thank you, Warrior. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's keep it going.
Who are you? Who are you?
My name is Tank Hankerus. I'm your host for tonight. Let's give a big warm welcome, round of applause for Opie and Anthony's own The Virus.
All right, now you gotta leave and then come back in.
When's the dopey music?
He just punched the wall. By the way, Stephen asked for Bayshore. The mountains have crumbled. Did he rock tap dance on the Rockies? Oh, the virus, everyone. Looking
the
for
virus.
one punchline.
One punchline?
One punchline.
On the subject, Charlie Sheen.
Hi, guys.
And go.
Oh.
Long time no see.
We didn't say do a Helen Keller joke. You get it?
She's blind and fuckable.
She's dead.
I know. Hence the fuckable line.
Hence the long time.
Looking for one lousy punchline. And go.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, we can start with a setup. Charlie Sheen and the nude.
Yeah.
You know how this goes.
Did you hear about Charlie Sheen in the news?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Wait, wrong impersonation.
Is that the Warrior?
Wrong voice.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys.
There it is.
Did you hear about Charlie? Did you hear about Charlie?
This is not working.
Oh, it's working.
Hey, guys. Did you hear about Charlie Sheen in the news?
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen is so crazy.
How crazy is he? He's crazy. He is crazy. Give him that.
Here we go. Cuckoo. Crazy.
Run through the setup again. Maybe it'll help you.
Yeah, we got some time, so I'm just going to do this.
Maybe he needs to set up.
Do the setup again, Rocky. You missed the setup. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Oh.
Did you hear about Charlie Sheen in the news?
Yeah.
Wow, crazy stuff.
Charlie Sheen is so crazy.
How crazy is he?
one punchline.
It's crazy.
Just one.
Come on, let's go.
3, 2, 1, and go.
One and done. You're on.
Here we go.
Let's go. And action.
Garden Scott says he sounds like Bobcat overweight.
Yes.
Here we go.
There's no reason to kiss. Come on, let's go. Time is a-wasted in Europe. Let's go.
Crash diet comedy.
Let's go, Dane. I like to cook.
Richard Pryor off the floor because I rolled over her. Sam Kinnaton.
Bob. Hope I don't die of a heart attack.
Stephen Bajor is calling him Richard Fryer.
Come on. Let's go.
Milton Hurl.
Let's go. You can do it.
Come on.
Yeah. How about another setup? Different one.
Sorry, Iraq or Virus, you can't use this one. He's so crazy, he legally changed his name to Winning. See how easy it is?
See?
Start over. Let's go.
Let's do something with Libya. Let's go. Come on.
Libya, Charlie Sheen, wherever you need to go.
Come on, just a couple of minutes or so.
Rodney, dangerous cholesterol level.
By the way, the genius tweet that somebody sent me, I have to throw it out. Guy says, the best thing to say when you fart is, do you smell popcorn? So everybody breathes deep and gets a whiff. Whoever sent me that, thank you.
That is a great gag.
Do you smell popcorn?
It's like, do you smell popcorn? People will be like, they just smell it sucking in the fart. Oh, that's a good one.
I can't take credit for this one. Jason in Tampa. John, I love candy. And go.
Go. You're up.
Here's the virus.
Let's go, Libya. Do a Libyan setup.
Tech writes Otto and porridge.
Porridge.
When someone just writes Louis Anderson, you don't have to change that one. Who is that someone? John asked.
Iraq, Libya.
Otto engorge.
Yeah, do something on Libya.
Yeah.
But you got to do a new setup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How about a setup?
Thomas in Dallas. Andrew Diced Ham. Let's go.
Yeah, how about things in Libya are so crazy, it looks like Gaddafi's gonna...
Gaddafi. Something about Gaddafi.
Come on. Looks like things in Libya are so crazy that Gaddafi's gonna... Go ahead.
Steve in Chicago. Richard Jenny Donut. Let's go. Someone just writes Bob Kelly. Jeez, how you guys suck.
Come on.
Gaddafi, Libya.
Let's do this up with Gaddafi. Go. Come on. No.
Just, what you just said.
How about things are getting really crazy in Libya? It looks like Gaddafi might start... Good.
Come on, Norm McDonald's.
I think he just sticks with the Sheen.
Yeah, come on, Wendy's Liebman. Go ahead. Come on, the Burger Kings of comedy. I'm going to keep doing food places. Boo. Go ahead.
Well, guys, things are so crazy over in Libya that Gaddafi...
Oh, jeez. Hey, Louis KFC.
Chicken Florentine. Mike in Smithtown. We got a winner. Yeah.
Gaddafi.
Mm-hmm. It's been huge. In the news. Everyone's joking about it.
They're calling you the unknown fatso. Jason and Tampa. What the fuck?
Let's go.
Come on. Do a monologue.
Punchline time is now.
A monologue like Johnny Carson's ribs.
Hate speech radio coming in strong. George burns 0 calories a day. And go.
Anything, Chubby Chaplin?
can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Maybe the setup one more, because
Yeah, one more time on the setup.
Come on, we're almost there. I feel it.
Well, guys, you know, things are so crazy in Libya that Gaddafi...
Oh, no.
Do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba.
Nothing?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This fucking music is the greatest.
I know.
One punchline, and... Oh, he's got one. Go!
I got a tweet. The guy said, hey, it's Fatty No Chuckle. Larry in Connecticut. Larry CT. Very good.
Charlie in Staten Island. Jay, more food. Let's go.
Oh, he just looks down ashamed.
One joke, man. Gaddafi, crazy. Sheen, crazy. Oh, you got one. I see it. Go ahead. Jimmy's got one.
Oh, good, good.
Right.
Set up
let's
into
go.
the punch.
Yep, let's go. Set a punch. Quickly go. Time's up.
Make it nice and smooth. And 3, 2, 1, and
You're up.
go.
Well, guys, you know, things are so crazy in Libya.
How crazy. Oh, sorry. I
How
fucked
crazy
up.
are they, Bill Burrito? Bill Burr. It's funny. Someone wrote it here.
Yes.
I can't take the credit. That's funny.
Go ahead.
Come on, DL Hughley. Hate speech radio. Fuck. Motherfuckers are hitting it out of the park today. Scoreboard don't lie.
Scoreboard don't lie. Warrior said that.
That's
It's
right.
92.
That's right. We learned that today.
Royal Rumble.
Yep.
It's odd that Ultimate Warrior would do a line on Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
But the right to judge me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's from that.
We made a mistake in that game? Fuck.
You have the right to kill me, but not judge me.
No,
That's-
Warrior said it first.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie lifted that.
Yeah.
Yes, an Apocalypse.
Come on, Bernie Big Mac.
Someone good one. Patrice Oatmeal.
Rick at work. Fat Cooper. Let's go.
Oh.
Last comic panting.
Don Pickles.
Louis C. Cake.
Right, DC. We're going to run out of fucking names before you come up with a punchline.
Come on, Gilbert Gottfries.
Rich Hoss.
Jack Benihana.
Come on, George Carl, In and Out.
Going by way too fast to give credit for that last one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whoever that was.
So, Gaddafi. What did he do?
Let's go, Margaret Chu. Josh in Philly.
That's along with Chew Carey. Yeah.
Come on, Kevin Heart Attack. Andy from Long Island. Nice.
Oh, someone just called you 2.5 men.
Are you thinking over there at least?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing, Virus?
Doesn't seem like a hell of a lot. Trying to think of a punchline.
There's so many.
Virus, why? Just answer the question. Why is it so hard for you to think of punchline?
Yeah.
Because I'm not really a stand-up comedian.
Now answer with some more vigor. I don't like the way you.
Yeah.
Because this is not normally what I do.
Come on.
He can say that when he's working.
Andrew Dice Buffet.
Joan Rivers of Gravy. Cigars and scotch. Always a pleasure, sir. Come on, Virus.
Yeah,
one
come
punchline.
on.
You're
Come
outta
on, one
here.
punchline.
Come on, Jim. Carry out. Andy P. in Atlanta. Just when you think there's no more left.
Don Ripples.
What's that?
Don Ripples.
I heard you.
Oh.
Def Comedy Ham. Roseanne Candy Bar. Damon Wayans.
Howie Man Boobs. Good one.
You're doing it to yourself. If you had a punchline, half of this would have never made the radio.
Pat from Unaki with that one.
Dane Cookie, a little variation. Nice, Brian.
Sloppy Joe Rogan.
And anytime.
Come on.
You can end this.
I think if he does the setup, it always helps. It sparks something in his brain. So go ahead, Virus. Set it up.
Don Pickles.
Did we do Roseanne Barbecue?
No.
David Cooper.
Come on. Almost done.
Ron White Castle. Grace, Ohio. And then,
wow, that's going back a ways.
Wow.
Sid Caesar salad.
There's so many tweets coming in. I can't even follow.
Come on, Iraq.
Shit.
Come on, Iraq. You're there.
You mean virus?
Or virus. Yes, the virus. Sorry. That's why he wasn't answering me. Come on. No?
George Walrus.
That's so right.
Walrus.
Come on. One stupid punchline.
Bill Malamar. See, it's a cookie. Marshmallow. They're delicious.
I'll say they are.
David Elephant. Fuck.
Jim Muller. Just made that one up. He moves.
It's funny.
Thank you.
Richard, Jenny, Craig.
That's good.
Casey in L.A. Justin in Pittsburgh. Dana Carvey up a turkey.
Come on, Iraq. I'm from Virus.
You're killing yourself.
Virus.
Let's go.
Come on, Virus.
Virus, are you nervous when this stuff happens?
No.
Keish Robinson.
One punchline. Charlie Sheen. Crazy.
What are the top 3 things in the news,
F-18.
Virus?
Goddesses.
Come on.
Cocaine. Oh, he's got one. He put his finger up in the air.
Go ahead.
The Oscars.
You all see
anything.
Anything.
Who cares?
Here comes the virus.
Yes. Come on.
Come on, Bonnie, I'm starving. Or even Maniac on Twitter.
Well, guys, you know, things have gotten so crazy in Libya.
How crazy?
Oh, my God, seriously?
What happened? You had it.
I was going to do that.
Come on, Virus.
Just go with it. I'm sure it's good.
Yeah. Just let it come out. Organic.
Organic. Let's go.
Virus.
Come on, Judd Appetite. Tom New York. Twitter.
Come on. He's so close.
Oh, that face is...
Come on, Virus.
Well, guys, things in Libya are so crazy.
How crazy?
Gaddafi needs all the help he can get. So we called and got career advice from Charlie Sheen.
All right, you know what? Get the fuck out.
It was fun before.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It was so much fun, and then he ruins it with
the fuck?
Horrible joke.
Jokes and stuff.
Oh, God.
It's like a third grader would tell that joke.
So stupid.
So dumb. He slams the door.
Jay, please, sir, can I have some more?
You know the beauty of you. He slammed the door and has nothing to do with the bit. He's so pissed.
He gets on me, he slammed the fucking
You could
door.
see his face just trying to think of... That's the validation of everything he's afraid he is, which is a lump.
It really is.
Poor Iraq.
He was so...
Did we do Paula Pound Cake?
No.
Brian Stone, Quincy, Illinois.
Paula Pound Cake.
Ricky. Ginger Biden.
I thought of...
Dog shit sniffer.
Heavy Youngman is funny.
Heavy Youngman.
I've never seen Twitter explode
Dude,
like that. Wow.
Fucking...
There's got to be hundreds.
Frank Calamari.
Robert Jelly.
There's so many. Yeah.
Good job, guys. Meaning the listeners on that one.
Yeah, there was
you
some-
saved a really bad bit.
It was just fun to me
We'll
to
acknowledge
fucking.
the bit wasn't really working.
I just
We pulled
enjoyed
it out of our ass in the end, though.
his voice being ruined.
Yeah, his wrecking his voice.
I just
was
enjoy the
most fun
anger in the
ever.
end.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get so
shoot.
mad.
I was looking at this paper. Some of those quotes were Charlie Sheen quotes.
Of course they were.
Oh no! Oh,
Travis, how could you screw that
And
one up?
you actually thought because
I
they
thought
were
it
so
sounded-
similar a lot of times. Yeah.
It's early in the morning when I find this stuff, and I'm, sometimes I'm just...
Yeah, you fucked up a little bit
yeah.
today, Travis, huh?
Shit.
I'll try to do better tomorrow.
I'm going to apologize to E-Rock off the air, that's for sure.
Hey,
off the air.
we got Car Crash Comedy on Friday.
Yes,
That's right.
I can't wait.
I have my, by the way, my most embarrassing tapes. So if we ever need that, I do.
By the way, did you notice we needed a little filler there, Jim?
Oh no, I do have it. I wasn't thinking.
Jesus. All you had to do was hand that over, and we didn't have to do that Ultimate Warrior crap.
Oh, I forgot.
Tomorrow, can we do it?
Sure.
Yeah, I want
Can
to
we play some of the bad Car Crash Comedy guys tomorrow, too?
Please.
Do we have a few of those?
From this round of submissions, or,
Yeah.
or from years past?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you have one right now? I know that sounds crazy,
No,
but
I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
tease it.
also-
Great.
I can burn it, but I don't think.
Also, I think we're finally going to do Deadliest Snatch, right?
Deadliest
Yeah.
Snatch.
It's on the books.
Yeah.
When are we doing? A week from Friday?
Yeah, next Friday.
So we need women?
Well,
Whatever the rules are.
There's weird rules.
People.
Well, if women want to do this, what do? We have to be able to talk about this somehow.
Exactly.
You don't know, Travis? I don't blame you, by the way. I'm not... How do we talk about it, then?
I just talk about it, and,
And then you hope something happens?
You know, we've always
we
wanted
just
to
talk
do
about
the Deadliest Snatch.
Wait, we're not...
That's where girls, they come down, right? And you can smell. They're the one with the smelliest pussy is like the best.
Yeah, the champion.
The champion.
Opie and Anthony champion.
Right.
So we can explain what the whole bit's about?
Yeah, talk about the bit.
So we're looking for women. I don't know. They're supposed to, just magically...
I'm just describing it.
They're supposed to magically figure it out.
Yeah. You just hear this and go like, oh.
Oh, okay. And then what? Seriously, how do we sell this thing?
Well, some women will be
I don't know how
here.
to do this new way of radio. How do we do this?
no, I think, everybody knows what Deadliest Snatch is, and, we got lots of, phone calls and stuff, and...
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
some women will end up here,
I would love to hear from girls that
deadly
might have
snatches?
deadly snatches and want to call up. That would be cool to listen to, right? If a girl wants to call up.
Yeah.
Could one of those dopes come in here and tell us how we're supposed to do this?
Well,
Because I don't know how to do this new radio. This new radio is strange to me.
Let's just talk about it, and,
We have
things
to
will
be
just
vague.
happen.
We have to be vague.
Yeah.
obviously.
You just talk about it and things happen.
Like, remember when it was all getting set up before and women started calling in?
Right.
That's all we're doing.
But do we have a promo if you want to be part of this?
No.
Why would you need that?
No. Promo for what? We just talk about it. We go, hey, we like that, an idea of girls with smelly pussies.
They could come in.
They could come in.
Well, how do we get them then?
Hey, do you have a smelly pussy? Call our show. We'd love to talk to you.
But how do we?
We just want to talk.
But how do we get them in the end?
Well,
Well,
you talk to them, and then maybe, they get put on hold or something if they want to elaborate on the story a little more.
I'm really confused.
Travis likes to get all the dirty details off the air.
So off the air, Travis will talk to these people.
Are we
and-
doing another bit? And you didn't tell me about it?
Unfortunately, no.
What?
This
Do you
is
write
it.
this down? What's going on?
See, this is how it's very transparent. I'm being completely honest.
Can we at least talk about the old days? The old days, if we want to do a contest, we said...
Oh, yeah, you can talk about the old days, I would gather. Sure.
So in the old days, if we were talking about let's call it smelliest balls.
Right. Smelliest
Has
balls.
nothing to do with Deadliest Snatch, right? So we're doing a smelliest balls contest.
I remember the smelliest balls from years ago.
So when we used to do something like that, we would go, hey, guys, you got smelly balls, call us now.
Yeah.
And you could probably be part of our contest, right?
Yeah.
So now with this new contest, which is very different than...
It's not a contest.
What are you talking about, contest?
Oh, it's not even a
You're talking about
contest.
Car Crash
There's no
Comedy?
contest. See, we're just looking for girls.
We're doing a show.
We're doing a show. So if girls want to call up, the subject matter is smelly pussy.
Right.
Do you have a smelly pussy? Call us.
So we're not going to be doing this bit, huh?
Why?
Huh?
How do we get the people?
Because the girls will call now. Because we're talking about smelly pussies.
Not that, I mean, either they do or don't, it doesn't matter. We're just talking
Whatever
about
it is, but they could call up. And then once they call up, you go, wow, you got a smelly pussy. And Travis will be like, hey, by the way, I want to talk to that girl a little off the
Tell me a
air.
little about that.
Are we doing who's on first?
And then he talks to them.
I don't know who's on first.
What?
I hope they have a smelly vagina.
That's right.
Right.
Do you know what's going on, Jimmy? I honestly, I haven't known what's going on since 9 o'clock, but
it's just something where the listeners can get excited.
Can we talk about what we're looking for?
We're not looking for anything.
What are we looking for?
Oh my God, you guys are trying what are you talking about?
We're looking for girls to call us up to be part of this show today to just talk about their smelly pussies.
Yeah, if we want to talk about it today.
You could tell me. Did I have a stroke? I had a stroke, right?
Vertation?
You understand what I'm saying?
Fiddlisk.
Merd.
Burns.
Am I speaking properly?
Like maybe tomorrow we'll take some phone calls from people.
So, wait, so we're not having a contest.
Exactly.
But we want to do this thing. No way. But we want to do this thing.
Yeah.
That's very vague, and if women could figure it all out, they would just kind of.
We're going to do a show called Deadliest Snatch a week from Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. Before then, I mean, as this show goes, we'll probably end up talking to some girls about their vaginas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it'll all come together on its own magically.
How do they get here?
I mean, they...
See, look. There's a girl. Is that a girl calling from Dallas, or is that a guy's name?
Ezra.
Ezra is a boy's name, but maybe he knows a girl.
Ezra?
Better than...
Maybe it would help if you didn't call contestants fat when they call.
Well, they're not contestants.
No.
Oh, so they're not even contestants.
Well, there's no game to be played.
No.
Then why are we talking about this?
Because we like to talk about smelly vaginas. It's one of our topics.
So we're not doing this.
We are doing the show a week from Friday.
So we got to get people.
The Deadliest Snatch show is happening a week from Friday.
If you're a girl with a smelly pussy, call us up.
We'd love to hear about it.
We'd like to talk to you.
And then what happens?
Then don't worry about it.
And then we talk to them
and then
about
don't worry
the smelly
about it?
pussy. And then we put them on hold because Travis loves in the other room off the air to talk to them. And then, somehow things will happen by Friday.
But don't worry about
based on the conversation Travis has.
You're thinking long term. You need to be short term.
Right here is right now. That's all we want to hear.
Today's show is what we're
That's the first time anyone's ever accused anyone on this show of thinking long term.
It's true.
So if you want to be part of this...
No. Today.
No,
you mean today?
No, today.
If you want to be part of this conversation...
Is there prize money?
What? There's no prize. For what?
Calm down.
Oh, my God, you guys... What happened to me? Seriously, tell me.
How could we
Did I lose my mind overnight? What happened?
There's no prize or
What's going
contestants because there's no contest.
I'm speaking for all the listeners. What the fuck's going on?
We're going to put on a show a week from Friday.
We're doing a show
called Deadliest Snatch.
Snatch.
Never mind that.
All right, let's go to the phones and get people for the show.
No.
No.
That's what you just do, though.
We're going to forget.
People just show
Jimmy,
up.
Anything?
I'll be in San Francisco that day.
All right.
At Cobb's. I don't know what's happening.
Wait, you're not going to be part of this sort of show?
It will be a full show.
No, nobody told me until I was already booked in San Francisco.
Can we talk in dreams?
No.
What type of a dream?
I don't know. Dreams aren't real, right?
It's so easy. Here it is. we you know how we pop subject matter up on the air to just talk about it?
Bing!
Hot topics.
Hot topics. Well, the hot topic for today and even tomorrow's show will be girls with smelly vaginas.
But I remember this much before I had my stroke, obviously. That the girls don't have to necessarily have a naturally smelling vagina.
Oh, whatever their story is, I don't care.
They could stink it up for this non-contest with no prize money.
Well, there is no. You're confused again. We're talking about people calling in on a totally. You're talking about something that's totally separate from people calling in.
Here it is. Let's do a little game.
Okay. Are you a girl?
Yeah.
Hi, who's this?
Hi, my name is Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
How you doing?
Does your
Love the show.
Does your cunt smell?
Oh, guys. Well, yeah, actually, you know what happened the other day? Because I'm usually pretty clean and my pussy doesn't stink.
Right.
But I was taking some cat food out of the can and putting it into my cat's dish for it to eat, and the fork flung some of the cat food all over my pussy because I was feeding him naked. And my pussy smelt like cat food. It was disgusting.
Now I kick in.
Why do you kick?
I go, hi, how you doing?
What's going on?
I go, wow, that's
And I don't.
amazing. You know what? Hold on for a minute. I think Travis wants to talk to you.
Why?
Oh, okay.
He's like a pervert.
And then
Travis is a pervert.
And then she's on hold, and then
With some
it's
weird
like,
fetishes.
And then
Right.
and then the next thing she hears is, "Hi, this is Travis. Hi, what could I do for you?"
And she's like, yeah, I'd like to maybe come down and watch the show at some point.
Well, next Friday sounds fine.
Because that's when we have the studio space.
Yeah.
And then she go, okay, I'll be there.
All right.
So she's going to be part of the...
There's nothing to be part of.
Who knows?
Whatever happens then happens. But we're just looking for part 1. You're looking at part fucking 15.
And it's not even related, really.
And part 1 starts, you know what part 1 is?
Right.
Rolling the boulder down the cliff. Part 15 is the boulder at the bottom of the cliff.
Hopefully
Don't worry about all the in-betweens.
Hopefully part 15 is the boulder rolling over the lawyers.
Well, I mean...
I can agree with that.
So are we allowed to...
No.
No, we're not.
Well, no one's going to come down here if they think they have a naturally sturdy pussy. Can we at least get it out there that if this vague thing that we might do...
Well, no.
We can't even say that?
What you'd say is...
Nothing happening.
Call today if you have a smelly vagina. And by the way, it could be natural or unnatural.
Right, it doesn't matter.
But that's for calling today, not...
Girls would just be calling. And talking about their stinky pussy, natural smelling. That's why I was doing the cat food flipped into there. It could be that. It could be an infection. It could be the fact that she just fucking scrubbed their pussy with fucking rancid meat.
And then if Travis is into it, he'll listen and jerk off or whatever he does back there.
Yeah. Oh.
With that weird voice of his.
then I don't know what goes on. I don't know what deals Travis makes back there as far as allowing people in. But then maybe they would show up and hang out
If
with
that's
us.
worked out, I mean, who knows?
That's what they want to do.
I threw in the white flag. You win. Whatever you wanted to do to me today, it worked.
No. This is just
You win.
how it's handled.
The flag is...
Talk about it in the talent meeting.
Really?
Or the creative meeting.
Oh,
or
that
whatever
should be
the
a lot
fuck
of
it is.
fun. Fuck Wellmont Theater this fucking Saturday. Who
That's what
cares
I
if it's
say.
not sold out? Failure I am.
All right. 2 for Tuesday was so much easier. It just was so much easier. Here's 2 from Skinner. Fucking, that's 20 minutes of music right there.
No,
that's
can't lose.
easy. How hard is that?
Winner.
Yeah.
Not that there'll be a winner for this thing we're talking about.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
No.
There's nothing to talk about.
What is there?
So we're not doing
nothing.
this Friday, obviously, or next Friday.
Next Friday we'll have a
Next
show
Friday.
called Deadliest Snatch.
Deadliest
That's
Snatch.
the name of the show.
Next Friday.
It's like when an episode of a sitcom has a title. You understand?
Yeah, I guess.
And we will
Yeah,
have
okay.
a studio audience that day, probably.
Yep.
Rolling.
Or not.
No, I feel like no.
I know, but they'll be in.
Yeah.
We'll have guests in.
We'll have
We can do
guests in
that.
that day.
Have guests.
Some fans will come in, maybe. Who knows?
Whatever it is.
Who knows what Travis talks to those girls about? I don't know.
Exactly. That's the whole key to the whole thing.
With that weird voice of
When
his.
is going to talk?
Hi, it's Travis. You've been on hold. Thank you for waiting. Gosh, thank you.
That's how he answers phone.
He's a fag.
He really is a bitch-ass motherfucker.
So when is Travis going to be talking to these women?
When they call.
After they call.
Tomorrow.
But there's no reason to call.
Yes,
Hey,
there is.
We're going to do a hot
We're doing a hot topic on stinky pussies.
When? Tomorrow now?
Tomorrow.
That's a tease for tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
Hot topics.
So,
Keep it
ladies,
topics.
if you got a stinky pussy, we're doing a little call-in thing. Just
Right.
call us up and tell us about it.
We're prepping the bit today.
And then
That's
yeah,
what we do.
And
So-
then Travis will.
And their stinky pussies don't have to be natural. They could have fell into something weird.
Oh yeah,
and
we don't
nothing's-
care.
They
All right,
can
we're almost on
describe
the
it
same
to
We
page.
us.
don't care.
I'm
Yeah.
crawling back onto the same page as you.
Girl, you're coming back from your
Crawling.
stroke.
Yes.
You're going through therapy.
This is how that woman fucking... This is how she saw it.
Holy shit!
This is how that reporter saw it.
Yeah.
She thought it was totally
Everything's fine. Hunky dory.
Wow, way.
It is fine.
Let's do our meeting.
Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony on the virus. Sirius XM.
Get ready, America. Today's hottest impressionist is coming to a theater near you. Jim Norton, man of 1,000 voices, live in concert. All your favorite celebrities are here. Bill Clinton,
I did not have sex with that woman.
I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with that woman.
Samuel L. Jackson.
That girl got snakes. We were playing.
Sylvester Stallone.
Hey, you're going to have to get a lot of body bags if that girl's coming to town.
And Christopher Walken.
Oh, I carried this iPhone in my butt.
Jim Norton, man of 1,000 voices. Live in concert, coming to a theater near you.